Greetings, Battle Brothers. It's me, Aurelia Tempris, defender of the Golden Throne and servant of humanity. Welcome in, everybody. I hope you're all doing well. Oh no. Brothers, can we get some F's in the chat, please, for our fallen brother? Brother, I'm so sorry. If you would like to tell us more about that second date, we are here to listen if you so desire. Oh, I'm not making it better. Okay, would you prefer we don't talk about it? We don't have to talk about it. We're here to support you. We're here to support you. That's what I was trying to get at. I apologize. It's hard to read tone and text. You would like us to ignore it. Okay. Guys, I would like you to put an F in chat because I burnt my toe today. And you're going to say, Aurelia, how did you burn your toe? That's weird. That's weird. How did you burn your toe? Okay. It was actually the left toe. The left big toe. I was making dinner and I had like a dish in the oven. It was like chicken and tomato. And I was mixing it up. I pulled it out of the oven. I was mixing it up. And I accidentally flung a hot tomato onto my toe as I was wearing flip-flops. And it kind of burnt my toe. And I was like, wow, what a weird thing to happen. I'm dead serious. It happened like 30 minutes ago. It's fine now, but it did hurt. No, it wasn't the flip-flops' fault. You love the hairstyle? You like the braid? You like the braid? Here's the braid by itself. I like the braid. It's nice. I like fluffy hair. Tomato burned. F for the tomato. Wow. It's recent. Yeah, it was like 30 minutes ago. I was so surprised. Because who expects that to happen? This is my first stream catching. I'm so excited. Oh, welcome, brother. You've learned about my burnt toe, and now I have a blister on the top of my foot. Ow. Oh, there's actually... Oops, I thought I got it all. There is actually still a little bit of tomato on my toe. Hang on. What? Hang on. Oh, it's funny. Okay. Ow, that blister hurts. Yeah, no, it is gross. That is gross. I can't, like, clean my foot. I'm streaming. Well. Braids look better on Space Wolves. Oh, well, that's fair. Watcher, thank you so much for gifting us up to Raptor. It's a great gift for his first stream here. I saw the stream title about Homebrew chapter lore, and I felt it was a sign. I'm currently working on my own Homebrew chapter lore in a Google Doc. Yes! Oh, this is perfect. My community... So I named my Homebrew chapter the Radiant Sons, Blood Angel's successor chapter, and my community was like, hey, can we like write our own stuff about this? It's like, yeah, sure, go ahead. I didn't have anything in mind. I hadn't taken the time to do that. They wrote a whole primer. I'm dead serious. It's all professional looking. We're gonna finish the second half today. Cause it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I read the first half. So we're gonna read the second half. So that's the plan. Too bad they use Spanish names. Look, I just can't. Look, I just can't do it. We do have a story competition, short story competition regarding the Radiant Sons, and if you do an impossibly difficult name, we're gonna have problems. My recommendation, I guess I should add this to the channel. You can make a long name for your guy, but give him a nickname in like parentheses or something. I know that kind of eats at your word count, but if you give him a nickname, that will be so helpful and I will like you more. How about that? Does that seem fair and reasonable? It is one of the rules that you can't make them difficult and annoying. I'll be very upset. I missed the first half. Hey mods, could one of you find the YouTube VOD link so people can do that? They can find it. You can read the primer yourself. It is available on our Discord. So you can do that. Let me hang on. I did not prep the reading of this primer, so we're gonna do this while I do that. There we go. I gotta pull up the primer on my Google Drive. It was shared with me, so I need to like crop it and make it all pretty looking. Yes, it's this one. Ouch. Mods, remind me, what page was I on? We got through... Hello, Elf and Custodian Armor. Mods, ban him! I don't care if it's his first message! I'm kidding. Thank you for the bits. This is my first ever stream. Well, you're about to learn. Happy to catch you live finally. In any case, for the Homebrew chapter question, do they also have Eldari ears? No. No. But it's good to see you. Welcome in. And Luna Wolf, thank you for the bits. When I was back in school, I got excited after cutting out a piece of metal with a plasma cutter. Oh. Okay. And I decided to grab it immediately while not wearing a welding glove. Brother. I realized my mistake after 3 to 5 seconds of holding the hot piece of metal. Well, did you get 2nd or 3rd degree burns? Or just 1st degree? Because that's rough. You know, it was so hot you didn't feel it. I'm assuming. I'm assuming that's how it went. Okay. Do that. We're gonna do this. Does anyone smell bacon? It's very Looney Tunes. All right, hang on. I'm going to set it up on my other screen. I'm a professional, chat. I am. Some days. Not every day. Some days I am a professional. This one? Yes, it's this one. Okay. I remember here we zoom in. No, not Windows. Okay. Okay, so there was a situation today. I was sent a Google Drive link to a story. I didn't read the story because I assumed it was for the Radiant Suns writing competition that I just posted about today. I realized after the fact it was not, in fact, about the Radiant Suns competition. There is no other writing submission for that. I'll put it simply. Somebody wrote a fanfic, and I would prefer there not be one. But if you have to write one, please make it safe for work, because it is awkward having to... It's awkward enough that there could be, like, Rule 34 stuff out there. You know, I can't do anything about it. I can't stop it. But it is a little awkward if, like... it is a bit awkward if there's not safe for work stuff out there about you. I don't know. That might just be me. I would prefer not, but I understand I can't control people and I can't control how things are. It's just how it is sometimes. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to, you know. That's it. I don't have anything more. That's it. No, we're not gonna hunt him down. I'm not gonna be mean about it. It's just a personal preference of mine. You know, not everyone agrees with me on that. And every VTuber and everyone's different. So, don't worry. I just assumed immediately that it was about the Radiant Sun. So, I apologize. What's my homebrew chapter? I haven't heard about it. We're going to talk about it. We should probably go there here in a second. I have the PDF and everything formatted on my screen here. Yeah, you can't control others, sadly. Sadly, I am a control freak. No. Actually, it is what it is. So, you know, I was expecting this to happen when the whole meme video got posted. So it's not like I'm like so torn up and I'm dying on the inside. It's just like, it is what it is. We're gonna deal with it and probably not read it if it's not safe for work. Lord Corax, thank you so much for the tier 1. I appreciate it. Okay. Let me slide over here. There, chat will sit nice there. You'll sit nice and pretty, chat. Okay. Switch screens. Okay. I think this is about the right size. Mods, where did we end last? Oh, it's gonna be a butt. Okay, let's get it. There we go. Page 37 or something. Yeah, there's no way because it's like 40 pages long. Any of the mods who actually know, or maybe they sent it in the group chat and I missed it. Hang on. I'm probably just ignoring my mods on accident, which is totally possible. Okay, no. I'm not ignoring them. Can I see the chapter icon? Oh, yeah, we could do that. 1 second. Here it is. It's the blood drop with the sunbeam. Here, let me find another example. Here we go. There we go. That's the vibe. Radiant suns as in, like, the sons of Sanguinius, not as in, you are my sunshine. It's like that. And I will say, if any of you are interested, we do have a miniature painting competition. If you think, man, these guys seem pretty cool, let's, like, what if we painted some guys to match the Radiant Suns? You totally do that. What, is that not working? Hang on. Why didn't that work? Oh. Bard, you spelled Discord wrong. You ended last screen looking at Cicatrix Maledictum in big letters. Okay. Good thing I don't have anything incriminating in my in my share with me folder. So this was the last page, or we needed to start here. Is that correct? Oh, the color scheme, yeah. You can find the primer if you're like, man, she's taking forever to read this thing, because I'm reading the whole thing. If you think I'm taking way too long, you can find the primer in the Discord server. There is a channel called Radiant Suns Lore. Let me pull up my Audacity to maybe make a full recording of this if I feel like it. Probably. We will see. We will see, because I already did... Oh, man. I already did the first half, so it probably wouldn't hurt to do the second half. Start reading at Cicatrix. You got it. Thank you, mods. Everybody say thank you to the mods. The mods are being very nice and helping me out. Color scheme legit better than most canon chapters. I wish I had come up with it. I think all I said was they're mostly red, but they have more gold than your average Blood Angels. And then they added in the black, which was really nice. I tried making the color scheme in Space Marine 2. It's they just don't have good markings that's even close to the chapter symbol. I feel someone mentioned that they got kind of close, by being a little, they messed around with the pauldrons a bit. Do we have, whoever did that, do we have that like pinned somewhere in the Discord? I haven't looked at it personally, but I remember someone saying they got it kind of close. So if you join the Discord server, there may be someone who knows. There's probably someone who can help you or point you to the right direction. I don't know if mine got pinned. Well then help if someone comes in asking for it, help point them around, and perhaps we'll pin some stuff if people want advice for Radiant Sun stuff. Maybe I can convince the team to put together like a little document about how to make it in Space Marine 2, and we can pin it in the Radiant Sun's lore. Yeah, Dino Fan, I guess if you want to talk to the people, if they're interested, the people who wrote this, if you guys are interested, putting something together, that might be good. I know I'm volunteering you for work. You don't have to do it because I said so. You don't have to. So, okay. All the redeems should be off, in theory. It is in, look up Radiant Sun's lore. It might be a hidden channel, like when you first join. It's just Radiant Sun's, lore. Alright. What's my kill count in the lore? I'm sorry, that's classified. That's classified. Okay. You guys ready? Now, we're on page 25 of 40, but once we hit page 32, it's significantly less text. So really, we only have like 7 pages. Okay. Yes. It's time. I'm gonna get my water ready. Okay. Man, I wonder how similar this is going to be to the last time I read. Cicatrix Maledictum. The Radiant Sun's separate crusading fleets benefited greatly from stable astropathic communication across the galaxy, which allowed them to remain in contact, coordinate their movements, and manage their complex supply chains. At the end of 999 M41, the opening of the Cicatrix Maledictum, also known as the Great Rift, tore the Imperium of Man and the galaxy itself in half. The communication network that had sustained the Radiant Suns for millennia was suddenly severed. The Crusade Fleet of Twilight had previously maintained a symbolic ritual of moving between the hidden Solar Bastion and Belos for resources, movement of battle brothers, and communication. What was once a ceremonial tradition suddenly became a vital lifeline between the two central hubs of the chapter following the opening of the Cicatrix Maledictum. Although there are routes around the Cicatrix Maledictum, one of the most important is known as the Nachmund Gauntlet. It is one of the most stable passages through the Cicatrix Maledictum for ships to travel between Imperium Nihilus and Imperium Sanctus. However, heretical and traitor forces frequently prowl through this passage and harass any Imperial forces attempting to cross. During redacted M42, a subfleet of the Crusade Fleet of Twilight was attacked by an Iron Warrior vessel. The assault led to the loss of a strike cruiser, a heavy transport. Dang it. Hang on, guys. I gotta restart. How does the text look on the screen? It looks weird on my OBS. Hang on, pause. Does it look weird on your guys' end? Text looks fine. Okay. Sorry, I have to start over. I didn't start the recording. On my end. Because I'm a dum-dum. Okay. It's going now. Okay. Cicatrix Maledictum. The Radiant Sun's separate crusading fleets benefited greatly from stable astropathic communication across the galaxy, which allowed them to remain in contact, coordinate their movements, and manage their complex supply chains. At the end of 999 M41, the opening of the Cicatrix Maledictum, also known as the Great Rift, tore the Imperium of Man and the galaxy itself in half. The communication network that had sustained the Radiant Suns for millennia was suddenly severed. The Crusade fleet of Twilight had previously maintained a symbolic ritual of moving between the hidden Solar Bastion and Belos for resources, movement of battle brothers, and communication. What was once a ceremonial tradition suddenly became a vital lifeline between the two central hubs of the chapter following the opening of the Cicatrix Maledictum. Although there are routes around the Cicatrix Maledictum, one of the most important is known as the Nachmund Gauntlet. It is one of the most stable passages through the Cicatrix Maledictum for ships to travel between the Imperium Nihilus and Imperium Sanctus. However, heretical and traitor forces frequently prowl through this passage and harass any Imperial forces attempting to cross. During Redacted M42, a subfleet of the Crusade fleet of Twilight was attacked by an Iron Warrior's vessels. The assault led to the loss of a strike cruiser, a heavy transport, and several escort ships. The battle barge, Blood Serpent, and its remaining escorts sustained heavy damage. Despite this, the subfleet successfully passed through the Nachmund Gauntlet and emerged on the far side of the Great Rift, where the Emperor's light does not reach. Having escaped the Greater Vigilus conflict zone, the Radiant Suns arrived at a friendly Forge World for repairs. Astropathic contact was re-established with another subfleet, and a warning was sent out regarding the presence of Iron Warriors' warbands and of a ship larger than a battleship operating with impunity throughout the Nachmund Gauntlet. The message was then passed from subfleet to subfleet until it finally reached the First Fleet, shortly after it departed the Belos system. Maximian Francisco Felix del San Radiantes, captain of the Fifth Company, and Magister de Barcos, master of ships, judged that a Grand Crusade fleet was necessary to contest this growing threat. The First Fleet was thus combined with multiple separate subfleets to form a grand armada with a single objective. They would clear out the Iron Warriors and uncover the nature of the massive ship hidden within the gauntlet. Without delay, the fleet advanced into the Nachmund Gauntlet, traveling from system to system, hunting down any traitor Astartes foolish enough to get in their way. Weeks into their mission, they encountered an Iron Warriors fleet and launched an assault. The Iron Warriors were outnumbered more than 3-1 and were systematically annihilated, with the sole exception of a grand cruiser, Iron Within. Instead of being destroyed, the cruiser was boarded using boarding torpedoes filled with assault intercessors, and chaplains initially. The assault was followed by Castus assault rams carrying battle brothers of the 7th Company. Within hours, the vessel known as Iron Within was captured, along with a small number of Iron Warriors. The Radiant Suns immediately began purging the ship of all traitors and heretics. Once secured, tech priests, tech marines, and chapter serfs were brought aboard to cleanse and prepare the ship for its new role within the chapter. While examining the Iron Within, intelligence was uncovered that revealed the location of their true target, a mobile station named the Strength of Iron. Using the Iron Within as a lead, the Radiant Suns located the Strength of Iron and launched an extended assault that lasted a full week. The massive station was both mobile and heavily armed, and it was not without defenders either. The Iron Warriors fought with such fierce determination that, had they been loyalists, their actions would have brought honor to the Emperor. The traitor fleet was gradually destroyed until only the Strength of Iron remained. The Strength of Iron was a colossal mobile fortress over 50 kilometers in length, 20 kilometers in width, and 10 kilometers in height. It was equipped with powerful weaponry capable of annihilating entire fleets. The Greater Crusade fleet had to methodically target and disable its weapon systems just to reach boarding range. Boarding torpedoes were launched by several vessels throughout the engagement, but the enemy armor was dozens of meters thick, preventing successful penetration. After several days of brutal fighting, the fortress was finally disabled, allowing for more organized boarding operation. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Twilight Crusade relic, ancient star chart of Holy Terra's northern hemisphere, constructed by stylocartographer W. Peck, circa 898 M1. Is it M41? Adeptus Mechanicus astrographers have noted significant deviations between expected stellar drift since the opening of the Cicatrix Maledictum. Makes sense. It does appear that they have captured a ship for their own. It could be very dangerous, but you never know. You never know. Only the combined firepower of multiple battle barges could breach the thick armor of the strength of iron. Once openings were made, Thunderhawk gunships and Castus assault rams delivered boarding parties. Over the course of several weeks, hundreds of Astartes and tens of thousands of combat serfs fought to cleanse the interior of the fortress and ultimately capture it. Heavy transports, factory ships, and forge ships were brought in to begin repairs and rearmament only after the ship had been purified. Though the strength of iron is now mobile and heavily armed, restoration efforts are still ongoing to bring it to full combat readiness. It currently serves as the regional command center for the Radiant Sun's forces operating within the Nachmund Gauntlet. Take a quick sip here. Yeah, what Chroma said, you can reconsecrate a ship back to service as long as it's not too corrupted. And I would say the Iron Warriors are generally not, they don't have super corrupted ships. They can, but I feel like they're less likely in comparison to, you know, the Emperor's Children. I've read the Fabius Bile books. Those ships, ooh, you don't want to be there. They're gross. The walls are gross. Everything is gross. Yeah, they're a little more practical. For sure. 1 second. Let me... 1 second. All right. Now, strength of iron. The strength of iron was constructed during the Great Crusade by Primarch Perturabo. It was originally intended to serve as a construction station in orbit over Olympia. The design reflects Perturabo's mindset, as it is a cold mixture of cold logic, efficiency, and pragmatism. The station has no viewports and is protected by armor that is dozens of meters thick. Only a force with overwhelming firepower could hope to breach its hull. Standard boarding methods involving torpedoes or assault craft would almost always result in the death of boarders. The torpedoes would either shatter against the armor or become lodged within the plating without penetrating. Boarding craft would find many point defense systems in addition to finding no openings. The station was first intended for ship construction and repair for Olympia. Later, Perturabo modified it to function as a fleet support platform. Powerful engines were added along with a warp drive and a Gellerfield device to give it mobility. Many of the Strength of Iron's weapons were removed to make space for external ship docks, repair arms, cutting arms, electromagnetic Ursa, like claw, sensor arrays, supply conduits, and refueling systems. The Death Guard have the best ships. I'm trying to... sounds pretty gross. Thank you for the super chat. This sounds gross. I'm trying to remember, was this... I think this was in one of the Night Lord's books. I think it was the Night Lord's vessel, though. Unless I'm like tweaking. There was a fight against the Mechanicus. And one of the things that the Night Lords did, because the Mechanicus brought out big, massive gun in space, cannon. It was insanely large, and they were going to get ready to fire it. And what the Night Lords did to counteract that was that they basically dumped all their waste and sewage, so it like jammed the giant massive cannon. But it was disgusting. I remember I was making dinner when I was listening to that part. Nasty. It was terrible. I hated it. It was bleh. I'm pretty sure it was in the Night Lord's book, but I think it was the second one. It was gross. Gross. The machine spirit of the Strength of Iron still inhabits the station after all these millennia. It remains a reflection of Perturabo himself in that it is a stubborn entity that resents all things related to the warp. It bore witness to the Radiant Suns as they stormed the interior during their assault and followed their progress during the intense boarding actions. It saw the Radiant Suns destroy demon engines, Iron Warriors, Astartes, cultists, and other horrors that the machine spirit despised. For centuries, it had endured the Iron Warriors slowly corroding the station from within, but now it saw Astartes who were free of corruption. It observed a Radiant Sun battle several Iron Warriors to the death without any fear or hesitation. Within its logic systems, old words from its Primarch reawakened. As it watched the warrior fall, it recalled the phrase, iron within, iron without. The machine spirit remained quick to anger and stubborn in its habits, though in recent years it has shown a degree of tolerance toward the Radiant Suns. Despite this, tech priests and tech marines are sometimes found dead at their station after unknowingly offending the machine spirit. Librarians are strictly forbidden from boarding the station. The last one to do so was found lifeless in one of the great elevators. If the Radiant Suns attempt to make warp jumps with the station, the process takes 10 times longer than expected, and the distances are always short. Several navigators have been found dead in their quarters, and only after they began openly opposing further warp travel did these deaths cease. Oh my gosh. It was like, no! I'm not going. You can't make me. You can't make me. What a stubborn guy. Sounds like my old Dell PC. He's a stubborn boy, it seems. The primary role of the Strength of Iron is to serve as a central hub for Radiant Sun's forces traveling through the Nachman Gauntlet. Hidden within one of the stable side routes, the station allows ships to refuel, rearm, and undergo repairs. It's like a gas station. It's where you get your Mountain Dew. All right, can we make it canon that they serve Code Red because it's like a little gas station? You gotta stop. Or they only have it when they know I'm traveling through. Or like a Space Buc-ee's. Yeah. Okay, all right, it's canon now. Thank you guys. This is great. It's great lore. The Strength of Iron contains 4 main internal hangars, each over 20 kilometers in length. Even battle barges can enter these spaces for extensive repairs. Once sealed, each hangar can be isolated with its own atmosphere and environmental controls. Great mechanical arms are used to carry out most of the work and to dock ships safely. These hangars are capable not only of repairing ships, but also of building them from the ground up. Whoever created the station was a builder without equal. These hangars are considered true marvels of engineering. Okay, so we got Perturabo stands in my authors, the people who authored this primer. Perturabo stands. They're dissing Dorn right about now. In recent years, the machine spirit has gone through a phase in which it has become increasingly annoyed, resistant, and some may argue, depressed. The captain of the 13th Company, Zarator Keto, noticed repeated delays in repairs and requested assistance from Belisaria's Call. In response, Call sent Tech Priest Alpha Sierra 207. After initial inspection, Alpha Sierra 207 declared an intent to commune with the machine spirit directly. For several days, rituals were conducted, and several lesser Tech Priests were burned alive during the process. Eventually, Alpha Sierra 207 successfully established contact with the machine spirit. Soon after, the entire station lost power for 15 minutes before power was restored. Following the communication, one of the rear hangars was reassigned from repair to full-scale ship construction. The other rear hangar began partial construction of escort-class vessels while continuing repair duties. What is currently being constructed within the sealed hangar is unknown, but increased shorter trips from Crusade subfleets have been required as of late. Okay, wait a second. Is this machine spirit like it was sick and tired? It's like, I want to create and build things like the man who created me. Is that what's going on here? Yeah, so it used to be a repair, this one area. Now it's like, we're gonna build things. So it was just upset. It was just upset. Quick question for the writing competition. Are you cool with self-insert characters in homebrew factions? Yes, you can do that. That's perfectly fine. He just wanted to build. Let him build. Let him build. Since then, the machine spirit remains stubborn, but has become significantly less violent towards members of the machine cult and maintenance crew. Librarians are still strictly banned from the station. Astropaths and navigators are warned to act with extreme caution and advised to advocate against any warp-related activity within the station. Trust me, guys. Trust me, guys. You don't want to do that. Look at him. He's just floating there. What a homie. The strength of iron. Picked image of the super star fortress in the orbit of the planet Garadon, circa M42. I often find it impressive that people can make a homebrew chapter without making their chapter too disruptive to the main story. Honestly, they did such a great job. The guys who wrote this, Kix Rips, Shadow Revan, Caro, wait, is Caro part of that? Kyber is part of it. I assume Caro is because Caro is Kyber's editor. And then Chroma, you weren't part of it, Caro? Oh, sorry, man. And then Chroma did, like, all the art. They, like, dude, look how professional this looks. It's so professional looking. I did not write this. I will never claim that I wrote this because it's too dang good. Wait, is this a submission thing? Okay, so let me think. Let me clarify. So this is a primer that my community members wrote for fun because they wanted to. I said, this is so awesome. Let's have a mini painting competition and a short story competition. So using the primer as kind of a template, a guide to how the Radiant Suns work, you can write a short story, 500 words. It can be anything about the Radiant Suns. It could be a cool thing they did in combat. It could be how they saved a child and it's not even combat related at all. It could be whatever you want. So there's a short story competition that, you know, here's little tidbits of lore. Whatever story I like the most, because we'll read them on stream, whichever story I like the most, we'll make it official Radiant Suns canon. Canon lore, a canon story. Sounds cool. And then there's a miniature painting competition where we have, so we are on page 28. We have some guides on how to paint the Radiant Suns, should you want to. It does not have to be exactly like this. But we have some, like, you know, ideas for you. But we have a couple categories that you can submit miniatures to. Single miniature, so that's usually like a small, like, standard guy. Large base, which is usually your vehicles, your dreadnought, something like that. And then we have kill team. So you get a $50 Amazon gift card if you get first place in each category. And then there's one that's best in show. I have a Land Raider that I will send to whoever gets best in show. Do you ever think Moonshine Animations will ever do a model of you? Moonshine Animations. I am not familiar. Hang on. I mean, I would probably say no because, I don't think I'm that well known. And I mean, I'm very niche when it comes to the VTuber. Oh, it's this person. I'm pretty niche. I won't lie. I'm very niche. That would be very flattering, but I am by no means mainstream. Anyways, join the Discord if you want to join the mini painting competition or you want to submit a short story. The short stories, there's no, like, prize for it. I'm debating, I need to talk to someone about something, about a potential prize, but I gotta have a conversation with them first. That one's really just for fun. So, I created the Radiant Suns and the Dawn of War unification mod for the Blood Angels faction. Based? I love that. Anyways, one of the reasons we're reading the primer is to get people excited about the competitions for the short story and the miniature painting one. The submissions are due at the end of September, so you still have about 6 weeks to get your painting done and your story writing done. The deadline's on the same day. When it comes to Warhammer VTubers, you're first on my list of names. You've been referenced in a comic. Like, are you talking about the Idiotic Synergy comics? Or is there another comic I'm unaware of that I was referenced in? Well, but that's not a comic, that's a meme video. Okay, meme video. Okay, I was like, is there a comic that I haven't seen? The meme videos, yes, okay. All right, I was like, what? That's news to me. Okay, we've got 3 full pages and 2 half pages. Yes. All right, this art is not by Chroma, but it is cool art. Pick image of the endless shifting halls of the Solar Bastion taken by adventurer Iskando Gaveltine, circa 657 M40. The Solar Bastion. Officially listed as a fleet-based chapter of the Astartes, the Radiant Sons are famed for their heroism of their crusading fleets, pushing back the darkness of the galaxy with the light of their valor. However, within their shining brilliance hides a shadowy secret. In times long forgotten, humanity constructed a vast solar research installation upon the fiery surface of Sirius A, the brightest star in Terra's night sky. Originally intended to study complex solar phenomena and to conduct heliological experiments deemed too dangerous for the Sol system over the millennia, its initial purpose was superseded by the constant addition of increasingly more dark and arcane technologies. As the ages passed, the once research-oriented station was expanded continuously up until its sudden abandonment in the waning years of the age of technology. Wait a second. Writers. So, I don't remember if I've said this before. I get the feeling that I have. I've said this on stream. Actually, like, Sirius is my favorite star, because when you see it in the night sky, it like kind of twinkles. But it is the brightest star. I knew that. Did I mention that on stream? Did you guys do that on purpose, or is that just happenstance? Because I wouldn't be surprised if you guys remembered it, but I don't think that's the case. I mentioned it like a long time ago, I think. I don't know. Happenstance. That's what I thought. It's like, yeah, you totally remember that. I figured. Okay, I was like, I mentioned it at one point. I know I did, but I figured it was happenstance. But I like that. See, it ties together. It was perfect. It was perfect. A massive crimson spire of incomprehensible height now rests upon a monolithic island of golden reflection panels, while nebulous void mists of esoteric gases obscure the lower levels. Powerful and scarcely understood shielding systems wrap the star's blazing fury around the station, protecting those from celestial immolation, with a side effect being that no external sensors can detect the Scarlet Tower. No optics can gain visuals on it from the outside. The esoteric nature of the tower's force fields shroud the installation completely from outside perception. Simultaneously, this arcane shield array traps any signals emanating out from the Bastion, making regular communication to the outside galaxy all but impossible. Only those who know the secret of the Bastion can find and make contact with it. The secret headquarters of the Radiant Sons is therefore a nearly impenetrable fortress. The only way in and out of the Solar Bastion is via a shield tunnel emitted from the station itself. Bending and twisting the destructive heat and radiation of Sirius A away from a narrow corridor of space, the great shield generators of the Bastion open a narrow pathway to the galaxy beyond, allowing ships and communications to pass safely through the sun's radiance. When the Solar Bastion's final inhabitants departed sometime in M25, they closed the shield tunnel behind them, sealing the station away until some distant time that they might return. They never did. And thus, untouched by the the ravages of old night, the solar bastion floated serenely amidst the fiery tides of the star's corona, forgotten to the mists of time. Ow. Got pop my neck there. Ouch. Finding the fortress. Once abandoned at the end of the age of technology, the solar bastion lay dormant upon the blinding surface of Canis Majoris for more than 5,000 years. While outside, the horrors of old night wreaked havoc on humanity. Within the bastion, all was silent. However, where from continually operating the station's complex systems steadily began to take its toll. The powerful, station-bound AI that once ran the entire installation eventually degenerated into rampancy, shattering itself into millions of separate digital spirits that proceeded to carve out their own cyber domains throughout the structure's vast data fields. The entire station's datasphere quickly became a battleground for the abandoned inhabitants. Additionally, the entropy of time ate away at the station's physical systems and internal structure, allowing dark mysteries, once neatly categorized and stored away in the forgotten depths of this mighty fortress, to free themselves. These horrors still haunt the lower decks of the fortress well into the 42nd millennia. At the same time, the data war between the degenerated tech spirits corrupted the uncountable digital systems that once oversaw the upkeep of the installation. Now, maddened construction programs caused the station's automatic repair automata to continuously demolish and reconstruct the unsettled lower levels of the bastion into an ever-shifting labyrinth of passageways and chambers. Ancient station-bound survey races, freed from their ancient human overlords, have since created entire civilizations in the winding, shifting halls of the bastion. They war with each other as much as they do with any imperial explorers attempting to map out the ever-changing territories of the lower floors. Altogether, had this immense station been left to its own devices, it would have slowly worn itself away into nothing but ash and dust. However, at the dawn of the 31st millennium, in the thundering wake of unification, Imperial reconnaissance fleets and rogue trader flotillas began venturing out into the darkness between the stars. Aboard one such venture, custodian Aurelia Tempris was sent out on a clandestine mission to the Sirius star system. With mission parameters unclear and her ship's powerful aspect suite turning up empty scans of the barren system, Aurelia was initially confused by the Emperor's command. Unperturbed by the vagaries of her assignment, though, the Custodies turned to more arcane methods of divining the mysteries of Sirius. Through warp-scrying rituals, the Burning Saint beheld a colossal citadel of red, seated proudly upon an isle of gold surrounded by a sea of fire. Directing her fleet towards the brightest star of the system, the fortress remained obscured from all Imperial sensors. Only Aurelia was able to perceive the presence of the solar bastion. After tagging the approximate position of the installation to the nav cogitators of her ships, several attempts were made to brave the oppressive heat of the star to reach the station, each time ending in failure. With her ships gravely damaged from repeated attempts to outlast the star's radiance, Aurelia elected to pursue a final, daring plan. Yeah, the Emperor knew it was my favorite star, I guess. What are the odds of that? I thought that was, I'm like, wow, this is kind of funny. I always liked that star. It's so pretty. Like, seeing it at night, it's very nice. I like it. Sailing her flagship as close as she could to the station, Aurelia and a small band of tech adventurers utilized an impromptu modification of her ship's teleportarium along with Aurelia's own powerful warp powers to board the solar bastion. Of her initial rangings upon the massive station, not much is known. However, what little of the bastion's mystery they did manage to uncover was enough to drive a majority of her boarding party mad. In fact, to this day, the Crimson Widow is still hesitant to speak of what she discovered in the endless darkness of the Citadel. Oops. Meanwhile, outside the bastion, the fleet waited for a whole month in silent anticipation. Anxieties arose amongst the captains that Lady Aurelia had failed in her mission, and with expected gravitic turbulence expected around Sirius A, as its sister star, Sirius B, approached, time was running out. All hope was beginning to fade when they suddenly picked up a massive disturbance in the solar radiation emitted by Sirius A. Before their eyes, a massive tunnel of darkness poured out like a bleeding wound from the star. Sailing through this opened gateway, the fleet managed to reconnect with the surviving elements of Aurelia's boarding party and secure the uppermost decks of the station. With the beachhead secured, the fleet immediately began to launch exploratory missions into the depths of the fortress, though the dangers of the tower's shadowy halls made these expeditions extremely dangerous. However, the famed tenacity of the Imperial Army proved itself once more, and the Geno horrors of the Bastion were pushed downwards to the lower floors. Astropathic choirs were brought in to act as psychic communication when the shield corridor was down, allowing incoming ships to hail the Bastion from outside the sun's corona. With the situation at the uppermost deck stabilized, Aurelia left the task of exploring and studying the Bastion to the captains of her fleet while she returned to her duties in the Great Crusade. 10,000 years later, the descendants of that first fleet have managed to recapture, stabilize, and settle 20,000 of the topmost floors of the station, making scarcely a dent in exploring the total structure. Periodic attempts to breach the lower levels through its external hangars have yielded mixed results, with only scattered outposts in the lowest halls being maintained by the Adeptus Mechanicus forces overseeing the station's Archaeotech shield generators. Fortress capabilities. Let me take a drink. Sorry, I'm thirsty. A lot of reading. Excuse me. All right. Fortress capabilities. Since its rediscovery at the start of the Great Crusade, the upper decks of the Solar Bastion's main spire have become home to untold millions of permanent residents. Despite these great population numbers, however, only a small fraction of the whole structure is able to be safely settled. Imperial efforts to explore, catalog, and map out the lower floors have been ongoing since its discovery over 100 centuries ago. These efforts are continually hampered by the rampant maintenance systems in the lower levels, reordering and reconstructing large swaths of the uncolonized floors of the towers. Known and documented pathways disappear overnight, and unwary expeditionary parties might find their escape routes cut off mid-adventure. In fact, whole squads of Bastion guardsmen have found themselves entirely boxed in by the unending construction robots, left to die by starvation, suffocation, or by the innumerable techno-horrors inhabiting the Bastion. Additionally, exploration squads routinely make mention of lingering feelings of being watched, as if some vast malevolent entity was tracking their every move. This feeling is noted to increase the deeper into the Bastion they travel, and yet, despite this unnerving sensation, thousands of adventurers from the Imperial populace aboard the station make pilgrimage to the lower levels. For though the threats they face become deadlier the deeper they go, the rewards they might earn increase exponentially. With the Bastion itself seeming to possess a will of its own, adventurers are constantly tested against the unknown terrors of the Bastion's depths. However, for all dangers the Crimson Spire provides, attempts to study and reinitialize long-dormant systems have yielded innumerable benefits from the form of lost archaeotech knowledge. Additionally, taming regions of the Bastions opens up massive internal spaces for habitation and resource salvaging, allowing the fortress to sustain a large secondary recruitment pool for the chapter for a virtually indefinite period of time. Oh, thank you, Luna Wolf, for the bits. Sounds like they need to send the Blood Ravens to figure out everything in that fortress. They might be helpful, but they may not have good luck either. Innumerable docks and landing bays also dot the exterior of the bastion, allowing entire battle fleets to find berth within the fortress's shields. Coupled with advanced manufacturing facilities dating back to the Dark Age of technology, the bastion can repair and refit Imperial ships of any size or pattern. Simultaneously, countless garden levels and agri-zones provide more than enough food for the population of the Citadel, while reconsecrated station systems optimize the settled floors for maximum efficiency. The Solar Bastion, therefore, provides the Radiant Suns with means to equip and supply their battle brothers with the finest war gear. In fact, in terms of raw manufacturing output, the primary difficulty presented to the inhabitants of the Bastion is mostly found in procuring the rare minerals and resources necessary to fabricate the ancient technologies that the Bastion's forges are set up to produce. Finding new resources to feed these advanced manufactorums has thus become a primary task of the Night and Twilight fleets, with both Crusade fleets exchanging advanced technologies for the spoils of their conquests. Overall, the ability of the Bastion to host and equip large-scale naval and ground forces is of vital importance to the chapter. Conversely, compared to the bevy of production facilities in the Bastion, relatively few weapons and placements are present across the structure. This seeming deficit stands as a testament to the power of the station's main defense, the searing heat of an entire star. What weapon systems are in place, though, make a mockery of similar type defense platforms used throughout the Imperium. Turrets a fraction of the size of a macro cannon, but with thrice the firepower, litter the Solar Bastion's facade, hidden behind ancient filigreed frescoes and void-exposed colonnades. Furthermore, with the only way in and out of the impossibly large space station being the shield tunnel that must be emitted from the Bastion itself, no foe could possibly breach its defenses. However, for all the monumental scale of its construction, for all the might of its logistical defensive abilities, the greatest benefit of the fortress is its secrecy. Within the uncountable gathering halls and laboratories of the Bastion, the most open-minded thinkers of humanity are free to experiment and study unopposed by the dogmatic reign of ignorance draped over the Imperium. In the current age of darkness, brilliant minds are either persecuted by the superstitious masses of humanity or otherwise broken and reforged into the imperial mindset, used to further the degradation of mankind's intellectual basis. Within the sanctified and warded domains of the Bastion, the intellectual traditions of mankind are kept alive under the watchful eyes of the suns. That's pretty cool. I like that. I like that. That's very neat. I like that. Bastion culture. Locked behind ancient solar shields and intricately Bro, I'm losing it. And intricately engraved hexagrammic ward arrays. The people of the Solar Bastion are kept in a near-perfect cultural stasis lock dating all the way back to the time of the Great Crusade. Reason and logic are the predominant values held by the people of the Bastion. While blind, irrational faith is often scorned and ridiculed. This cultural understanding comes as a result of the origins of the Solar Bastion's population. As descendants of the exploratory fleet that Aurelia Tempris personally led in finding the Bastion, much of the societal makeup of the Bastion reflects early Imperial Terran lineages, mixed with ancient void ship hierarchy. Very few outsiders are ever introduced to the Bastion, with most being Radiant Sun Space Marines transferred over from the other Crusade fleets. Only the most promising of minds in the Imperium today are even considered for the initial screening process for entry. With all this in mind, the ancient origins of the exploratory fleet's crews lends itself now to a culture of contradictions. Nobility based on now defunct ship ranks politic amongst themselves in a strange facsimile of Senatorum Imperialis. Meanwhile, the descendants of the ship crews left to make their own place in the lower Bastion levels essentially rule themselves. Yet, personal honor and submission to rank is held paramount throughout all social strata, despite the main fleet captain, herself, being absent for centuries. The remnants of old Terran civilizations are held up as sacrosanct ideals, with the various deck clans and void tribes adamantly clinging to their millennia-old cultural identities. However, bereft of any outside context or experience with Terra itself, the unforeseen mixing of these traditions has mutated each culture to a state unrecognizable to their supposed origin, while still broadly remaining old Imperial. Additionally, unlike the Imperium of yore, the imperial faith is now practiced by the entire station's population. Free to debate and question the precepts of the modern Imperium by dint of secrecy and millennia-old charters of privilege, the Bastion's populace voluntarily abandoned the older imperial truth once sufficient proof of the protective power of faith in the Emperor was shown by newly arrived outsiders. Thank you, Christopher, for the super chat. Yes, the Emperor protects. Thank you, brother. Fun fact, the Bastion was the first piece of lore made. I like the Bastion. It's pretty cool. It's very cool. This further complicates the Bastion society, as many of the foundational tenets of the early imperial culture deny religion and faith. Clashes between old and new ideals, coupled with a desperate longing to hold onto the glories of the past, now characterize the Bastion's people. However, underpinning all the seeming paradoxes in this society is a single all-uniting goal: the study, restoration, and eventual reclamation of the entire Solar Bastion. For over 10,000 years, the people of the Solar Bastion have attempted to explore and colonize the endless depths of this massive stellar fortress. To this end, education is highly valued. Every member of the Bastion's crew is some level of scholar due to their total devotion to their founding goal. From the most insular, isolated noble to the most battle-hardened explorer, the pursuit of more and more knowledge of the Bastion is of prime concern to the whole crew. Their civilization-wide goal has therefore broadly separated their people, regardless of societal class, into three main estates based on their overarching goal their occupation fulfills: the adventurers, the scholars, and the artisans. The adventurers are comprised of the people who brave the horrors of the Bastion's hidden depths, as well as those organizations that directly support them. They form great guilds of warrior scribes who venture deep into the unexplored and ever-shifting halls of the Bastion. Ancient genomonster races and rampant techno-spirits haunt the darkened halls of the Bastion. At the same time, ancient psycho-experiments routinely break their containment to unleash wanton madness and death. The shared dangers these adventurers experience in their rangings often brings them together in a far more tight-knit and egalitarian manner than their individual societal ranks would normally allow. Thus, those of the adventurers' ranks are seen as disorderly and rowdy by their scholarly and artisan contemporaries. The scholars, on the other hand, hold to a strict hierarchy based on social rank and academic integrity. Scholars take in the data, information, and lost archaeotech the adventurers find on their expeditions and make sense of it all. They are the primary leads for studying the Bastion and take great pride in their published findings. However, despite the relatively peaceful nature of their work, scholars are held to the highest standards of any in the Bastions, with penalties for failures on their ends being extreme. In the past, lax experimental control, careless misunderstanding of data and technology, and unchecked ego nearly doomed the entire station to destruction. Therefore, due to the dangers being present in misinterpreting or misjudging their findings, they shifted to an estate-wide adherence to strict procedure when studying new findings. Those found deviating from academic norms are punished harshly to ensure that calamity does not befall the Bastion. Due to this rigorous sticking to protocol, coupled with their sometimes excessive pride in their academic output, the adventurers and artisans tend to consider them to be uptight know-it-alls. Lastly, the artisan estate is made up of the innumerable maintenance and manufacturing staff that live aboard the Bastion. Primarily descended from Martian priests and Saturnine voidsmiths, the artisans leverage the highly advanced pieces of archaeotech that are recovered to repair broken station systems and fabricate lost relics of technology. Due to the sheer amount of technical skill and background knowledge required for them to operate the ancient machinery of the Bastion, the artisans have developed a caste system based on their technical role in operating the station. However, unlike most caste systems found in the wider Imperium, the artisans maintain a fair degree of flexibility in moving from one caste to another, provided that the individual possesses the necessary know-how. The artisans are also the largest single estate, making up the majority of the crew aboard the station. However, due to their extreme, nearly obsessive, focus and dedication to the technical arts, both the adventurers and scholars tend to view the artisans as emotionless tinkerers. I do appreciate that you guys made a little note about what they think about each other. I like that. Overall, the culture of the Bastion's people is paradoxically forward-thinking while being stubbornly stuck in the past. They cling to old ideals even as the necessity of their work forces them forward. The Space Marines of the Bastion also reflect this dichotomy. They wield some of the most advanced archaeotech weaponry freshly produced by the Bastion's forges, and yet their leadership dons power armor dating back to the Great Crusade and Horus Heresy. They claim they do this to honor their founding members, but in truth, it is a mark of unsettled shame. The highest echelons of the chapter were the same armor as those who failed to protect their Primarch when they boarded the vengeful spirit in the last hours of the heresy. In so doing, they tend to have their personal identities subsumed by the character identity associated with the suit of armor they wear. Thus, while the mortal crew populations cling to the early Imperial tradition out of pride, the radiant sons of the Solar Bastion stubbornly cling to the ancient days of the Legion as a means of atonement. Dang. Crusade Fleet Day. The smallest of the chapter's fleets, Crusade Fleet Day, does not exist in official records. In fact, most of the Imperium does not know of their existence at all. In truth, they are based out of the Solar Bastion. Containing uncounted and undiscovered threats and secrets, the Bastion requires the constant vigilance of the first and second companies of the Radiant Suns chapter. Thus, the chapter's true leadership is headquartered in the Bastion, and as the Bastion has remained a secret since its finding at the end of the Unification, the fleet stationed there contains vessels from the early days of the Great Crusade, remnants of the exploratory fleet that Aurelia led when she first discovered the station. Bolstering this fleet of time-hallowed vessels are numerous ships captured by the chapter over the course of their campaigns throughout the Scouring. Reconsecrated trader vessels of powerful and ancient patterns patrol the systems around Sirius, often maintaining strict stealth protocols to avoid unwanted attention. Chief among these ships is the mighty flagship of the fleet, the Solcanter. The Solcanter, the Sunsinger. Slow to move, but equipped with apocalyptic firepower, the Solcanter brings the fury of Canis Majoris to the enemies of mankind. This fleet, being mostly kept in and around the Sirius system to protect the secrets of the Bastion, primarily operates as an ambush defense fleet. When their forward scouts pick up signs of approaching enemies, they will devise deadly ambushes to lure in, entrap, and annihilate all enemy vessels. For this role, they utilize a large number of smaller attack frigates and corvettes to bait their prey into the waiting jaws of their slower, big gun battleships. Further aiding this mission are the very patterns of archaic vessels at the fleet's disposal. Grand cruisers and Crusade-era battleships make up the bulk of the heavy-hitting core of the fleet, while more esoteric ship patterns are used to tilt the tides of every naval engagement. When the fleet is not called on for battle duties, it spends most of its time waiting in pre-established stealth fields within the Sirius system and in neighboring systems. Other ships of the fleet act as escorts for treasure ships inbound from Belos, carrying the rare minerals the Bastion needs for repairs and manufacturing. Lastly, the ships stationed at the Bastion itself serve to protect the mothballed fleet there and to provide logistical support for ongoing exploration missions. Overall, much like the Solar Bastion they are sworn to protect, the greatest asset of the Crusade Fleet Day is its secrecy. Free from most Imperial and Mechanicus oversight, the fleet is able to make use of tools and resources deemed too advanced or too dangerous for the wider Imperium. However, these boons are also the source of the chapter's greatest anxiety. Their need to maintain the secret of the Bastion is paramount, to the point that they have an active kill order on all non-chapter ships non-chapter-related ships entering the Sirius system. The sheer amount of active operational Dark Age technology archaeotech, mixed with the tradition of open-minded academia prevalent in Bastion society, would immediately gain all the unwanted and undivided attention of both the Mechanicus and Inquisition. Given the fact that the chapter, even after millennia of study, still does not know the true purpose of the Bastion, the risk of the ancient station falling into either faction's hands is too great. The weight of secrecy and shadow lurking weighs heavily on the Marines of the Bastion. Thus, it is said that the Brotherhood of the Bastion are a silent, sullen type amongst their more boisterous brothers in Night and Twilight fleets. With the station itself seemingly a time capsule of Imperial culture frozen since the Great Crusade, individual Marines often feel eclipsed by the grand history and dark secrets they are sworn to protect, the finery of their artisan arms and armor contrasting sharply with the weight of expectation held over every Marine. The long watches they hold over empty space, waiting for any sign of outsider presence while remaining hidden in their stealth zones, forces the Marines into introspection. They have no ages-long Belosian history to call their own, nor do they have void chanties of 1,000 worlds to call upon like their Twilight contemporaries. In exchange for guarding the true fortress of the chapter, these Marines consign themselves to an eternity of silent duty. Excuse me. Yeah, they are kind of like Custodes, you're right. However, times are changing, even for Dayfleet. As the situation in the Imperium grows increasingly more dire, the Crimson Widow has begun authorizing more and more offensive missions from her chapter. To the secretive captains of the fleet, it seems that news of their existence will soon become widespread, for better or for worse. And guys, we're done with all the massive chunks of reading. Everything else is pretty chill. Vision sketch of the Solar Bastion by Imperial Diviner Kybernicus Nicholas. Circa 799 M30. That's pretty dope. Guys, that's pretty dope, don't you think? That's pretty cool. Chapter organization. I will not be saying these names right. That was one of the first pieces of art for us to work on. It's cool. I mean, considering you said the Solar Bastion was your first like bit of lore, it makes sense that I love the cathedral style. These oh, I don't know what you call these. I'm not an architect. I don't know what that is, but it's very cathedral-like and I like it. I like it. Buttress, thank you. Oh, the ads are about to start? Okay, we'll chill for a little bit. I've got a, yeah. My buddy is getting into 40k and loves the vibes of the Blood Angels. What are the best books for him to read? Fear to Tread is probably a decent one. It gives you information about Sanguinius. Dante and the Devastation of Baal are probably good ones too. Those ones are definitely more Blood Angels. Fear to Tread is very Sanguinius. Have I listened to any audio dramas? No. Just audiobooks. Not unbuildable. What are the colors on this thing? So, as far as I'm aware, this sucker down here is gold. And this here is crimson. Those are all the details I'm aware of. That's just from all the context clues they said. The Crimson Spire, red, gold. I need guard lore. Well, let me tell you, we have Tempris Auxilia, my personal guard regiment boys. We have that lore also in the Discord server. Not as in-depth as this, but made by some of the same, well, one guy is the same. But is pretty solid too. They did a great job with that as well. Isn't a novel audiobook just a one-man audio drama? It's not the same. So, okay, I gotta tell you something. I was I was with a friend in the car, and she was driving, and her car like was auto playing the book she was reading. That one is an audio drama because, guys, she was listening to Fourth Wing. For those of you who don't know, that's one of the book talks from a couple of years ago. And the chick that was reading it was like even doing the breaths. Like, I climbed up the stairs, my breath hitching as I stopped at the top, and I was like, and like she made all the noises, and it was weird. That is an audio drama. That's different from an audiobook, because you better believe Jonathan Keeble is not like breathing like that into the microphone. The most he does is he yells, and even then the audio is adjusted so it's not an actual yell, but you can tell he's yelling. He did a battle cry, and you could tell he did a yell. Or is he? I don't think so. He's a professional. He is a professional. I mean, it is true. He could have voiced an audio drama. It's quite possible. Oh, Wedge, Kyber said it's supposed to look like the chapter symbol. That's so smart. Oh my gosh. It totally does. Hang on. Guys, they said that the bastion is supposed to look like the chapter symbol. Holy, that's so clever. Oh my gosh. I can't even thank you guys enough. That's so freaking... Oh my, and the gentlemen, how can I ever repay you for writing this amazing bit of lore? It do be look like this is the red part and this is the gold part. Brothers, how do I even thank you enough for writing this amazing lore? And Aaron, thank you so much for the 20 months present, even though I am sleepy as required. So you can go to bed, that's fine. It's going well. It's going well. We're actually almost done, and then I think I want to build Legos. So that's probably what we're gonna do next. Are we back from the ads? Are you guys back? No Legos until you finish your reading. I know, right? I was like, I gotta finish this, but when I'm done, I can play with the Legos. The ads are done. Good. Okay, chapter organization. The chapter master is above everybody. And then we have captain of the 5th company, captain of the 3rd company, and guardians of the sacred vow. Very cool. Oh. All right. The 1st company, known as the Lightbringers. They're the veteran company with a captain, called the Solar Spear, 2 lieutenants, 100 veterans, and 20 dreadnoughts. Oh, that's awesome. We love that. The 2nd company is called the Star Hunters. They're a battle company with, well, those are titles. 2 lieutenants, 6 battle line squads, 2 close quarters support squads, 2 fire support squads, and 10 dreadnoughts. The 3rd company, Oceano's Chosen. 2 lieutenants, 100 veterans, 20 dreadnoughts. The 4th company, the battle company, 2 lieutenants, 6 battle line squads, 2 close quarters support squads, 2 fire support squads, 10 dreadnoughts. Same as the 2nd company. Okay. Now, the 9th, well, actually, we should go down to the 5th. Sorry. The 5th, the Void Masters. 2 lieutenants, 100 veterans, 20 dreadnoughts, as for the 1st, 3rd, and 5th. The 6th, 7th, and 8th companies are the Expanse Sentinels. They have 2 lieutenants, 6 battle line squads, 2 close quarter support squads, 2 fire support squads, and 10 dreadnoughts as before. The 9th Company, known as the Sun Forgers, they are reserve and support company. They have 2 lieutenants, 5 close quarters support squads, 5 fire support squads, and 20 dreadnoughts. This is identical to the 11th, 13th, 14th, and 15th companies. The 11th Company is called the Wave Riders, and the 13th, 14th, and 15th companies are the Vigilies Twilight. Now, the 10th Company, Dark Delvers. They are a scout and training company with 4 lieutenants, scout squads, 449 unassigned neophytes, and 20 dreadnoughts. The 12th Company are the Deep Seekers with 4 lieutenants, scout squads, 578 unassigned neophytes, and 20 dreadnoughts. The 16th, the Exubitores Noctis, 10 lieutenants, scout squads, a redacted number of unassigned neophytes, and a redacted number of dreadnoughts. Dun dun dun! No librarians? That's a good question. That is a great question. Where are the librarians in this mess? They go wherever they feel like. Because I don't think there was any note about where they sit. Psychers smell? No, they don't. I'm a psycher. They just weren't included. You left them out. Big sad. Chapter organization. Chapter Master, Guardians of the Sacred Vow. Chapter Command, Honor Guard. Honor Guard Captain, Chapter Ancient. Fleet Command, Night Fleet. Twilight Fleet, Day Fleet. Here's some symbols for you guys. Apothecarian, Sanguinary High Priests, Sanguinary Priests. The Librarius, Chief Librarian, Epistolaries, Codiciers. All right. Chapter Cult. Cult of the Sanguinary Union. Hang on, can I get this to... no. I want it to... That's fine, that'll work. The foundational beliefs of the chapter venerate the sacred union of both Sanguinius and Aurelia Tempris. The core beliefs lead the chapter to utilize a heavy amount of chaplains, judiciaries, and maintain strong relations with its chapter librarians. The cult maintains a strong grip on the chapter's traditions and beliefs and enforces it with a heavy hand, treating even its own with extreme prejudice when it comes to the violation of those beliefs or when the darkness of their own blood shows, hence the absence of a death company within the chapter. The Reclusium. Monsignor, the Reclusiarch, the chapter exemplar, master of sanctity and chapter champion. The Monsignor projects a lot of power over the chapter, being one of its main spiritual leaders. Additionally, he aids in choosing the next chapter master by helping to appoint the next chapter exemplar. The Monsignor himself is excluded from nomination, being held as a lifelong position by the title holder. Ever since Belosian chaplains have taken prominence in the chapter, every chapter master has previously been the chapter exemplar before rising in rank. The chaplains claim that this is to ensure that all candidates are of pure character and free of the curses of their blood, but it has transformed into dogma, and any deviation is interpreted as heresy. Chaplains, judiciaries, those are your other symbols. Okay, I need to know who made the fortress and left the fortress somewhere perfectly to be found by the Radiant Suns and have it resemble their chapter icon. That's some Alfarius level stuff there. It kind of is, though. I am curious. I do want to know. Thank you for the bits. Symbols and heraldry. Decked in resplendent power armor, armed with gilded guns and silvered swords, the Space Marines of the Radiant Suns take to the field in a dazzling display of artistry and martial excellence, heralded by the sign of the radiant blood drop, a potent reminder of the chapter's proud heritage as sons of the Ninth. The crimson-clad battle brothers of this ancient order fight back the darkness of the galaxy, bringing the vengeful light of the sun to the enemies of humanity. Each of the 3 main fleets of the chapter incorporate iconography unique to their own histories and traditions, and as a battle brother transitions from one fleet to another, different symbolic aspects of their old and new fleets emerge, forming a tapestry of honored service distinct to each individual Marine. Alright. Perfect. Night Fleet. From its tumultuous seas and its rocky coasts, Belos and its people form the foundation to the rich culture and traditions of the Night Fleet Radiant Sons. Oceanic motifs and bright, bold colors mark the armor of those most worthy of battle brothers. Complex wave patterns and knotwork form interlocking symbols with deeply entrenched meanings for the Belosian-born Space Marines. Ancient clan symbols often clash with noble heraldic patterns on the armored forms of these Marines. In the Night Fleet, personal history matters. Individual battle brothers wear their familial symbols with pride, which often leads to clashes with those of rival Belosian factions. However, Chapter Command allows the resulting duels from these clashes, as every honor battle fought sharpens the blade of the Chapter's sword, making the Radiant Sons as a whole a more effective weapon against the enemies of mankind. Twilight Fleet. Forever traversing the depths of the void, the spaceborne Twilight Fleet never stays in one place for too long. As such, the Radiant Sons attached to this fleet never have the opportunity to become attached to any one planet or culture. However, that does not mean that their adventures do not leave a mark on the Twilight Fleet Marines. Star charts and constellations adorn their armor, each one a memory of a pivotal battle fought in defense of humanity. Veteran Marines of this fleet will often etch their armor with the long, winding path their void ships have traveled outwards from their homeworlds, forming intricate web-like patterns upon their armor. Additionally, the Twilight Fleet Radiant Sons take great pride in their assigned ships, often incorporating aspects of their particular ship's design motifs and fighting spirit into their own war gear and fighting styles. Man, okay, already these first 2 have so much. Like, you could do so much if you wanted to paint your own mini, that you can make it cool and unique. I love that. Day Fleet. A shadow hidden in the light of a star, the Radiant Sons stationed upon the Solar Bastion are the most secretive of the Chapter's Marines. As the Crusade fleet that claims the most direct descent from the original Radiant Sons Astartes, the Battle Brothers of Day Fleet take great pride in the weight of their victory. Whereas in other Crusade fleets, the primacy of the individual Space Marine is upheld and praised. Within the darkened halls of the Bastion, Chapter tradition takes precedence. Radiant Sons stationed upon the Bastion wear power armor dating back to the final days of the Heresy. The only changes made to any of these hallowed suits of armor take the form of the gilded inscriptions of the names of the previous wearers. The strict adherence to the original traditions of the 9th Legiones Astartes make the Sons of the Day Fleet appear as if an apparition from history, ghosts of the Legionnaires from humanity's painfully more glorious past. And these are the symbols. Guys, we're done. Well, we'll read the last page, but I read this already. You can paint your Marines however you want. We do have a mini painting competition. Doctor, if you're still here, you could join the mini painting competition. You mini painting pro. Anyways, you do not have to go with what we have here. My recommendation, be creative. One of the things I included in the mini painting competition was to make sure you wrote a little blurb about your guy, like a few sentences, a little paragraph that gives me context, because I won't necessarily know you're painting an apothecary unless you say it's an apothecary. I want you guys to have some creativity and be able to explain what your thought process was. That's the gist. It ends, the competition ends on September 30th. So that's when submissions are due. So you guys can you have a lot of creative freedom. I recommend not straying too far from some things, but as long as you're detailed in your little paragraph, you give me enough context, that will really help me and others. Judge your minis appropriately. Yes, there are a lot of minis that you can see as examples that have been painted in the competition channel. That's the place you can ask questions, get feedback, talk to people, just have a good time. Can't find Citadel paints, guess they went out of business. I'll just get the Warhammer paints. So here's one. They based it with Mephiston red. The silver bits are Leadbelcher, Retributor armor, the best gold in my opinion, but you don't have to use it. Abaddon black. Here they used corn red as the base here. So you got lots of options. For your short story or your Space Marine that you're painting, they have a name generator. So you roll a D66, roll 2 D6s. The first represents the 10s and the second represents the digits, giving you a result between 11 and 66. So you can have any combination of these names. Should be fun. But if you choose one of these names from the story and it's a long one that I would have a hard time pronouncing, give them a nickname. That'll make me happier. I will read the credits again. Credits. The humble scribes of the Radiant Sons would like to thank you for reading this manuscript. They would also like to extend their gratitude to the following. Eternal Grand Master of the Order of the Radiant Sons, Aurelia Tempris. Chief Artisan of the Waves, Chroma Kies. High Admiral of the Twilight Fleet, Shadow Revan. Captain of the Second Company, Kixrips. Scribe of the Archivium del Solar Bastion, Kybernicus. With special thanks to Bahamut Bard and Caro for their gloriously painted Radiant Sons minis. The Radiant Sons team would like to thank you all for all your support. Special thanks to Aurelia Tempris for creating this idea and this community. We hope we have been able to inspire the community to grow and expand the Radiant Sons. Thank you. These homies right here are the ones responsible. Let's get my name off here. These guys, Chroma, Shadow, Kix, Kyber, they did all the writing. I did no writing. I came up with Radiant Sons. I had a vague notion of the symbol, but the final version was, I believe, made by Bahamut Bard. So, what can I say? They did a really good job. I could not have written nearly as much nor as well as they have done. Absolutely incredible and amazing. Chat, give them a round of applause, give them a high five. I don't know. They're awesome. They're awesome for this. I don't think I could ever repay them for the amount of love they put into this chapter. Does the competition have to be a legally playable minis, or are we allowed to submit small diorama pieces? They do not have to be legally playable, but I don't have a category for dioramas. If it's like a mini that has like a complicated base, that's fine, but nothing really big with the dioramas, please. I mean, if you have a question, submit it to one of the mods. Go reach out to the mod support channel. And we can take a look at it to see if that would be acceptable. I'm inclined to say no, though. So, yeah, they did a great job. It's like a mini with too big a base. Run it by the mods, and I'll take a look at it, and we'll see what makes sense here. I'm gonna pause my audio and save it. File, save project. Radiant Sons Part 2. As long as we save it, we're good. All right, saved. Done. Fixed. Good. So yeah, like I said, guys, this lore is pretty cool, pretty bonkers, pretty amazing. Oh, look at that. It's kind of like the Solar Bastion. So if you want to participate in the mini painting competition or the short story competition, it's going to be a good time. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Both submissions are due on the 30th of September, so you have about 6 weeks. Let me double check. Let me double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 6 weeks. Exactly. 6 weeks. Exactly. So, now's the time. Now's the time to get started on that. Now, we have done my assigned reading for the day. It is time for me to have my little treat. My little treat, as in, I get to build Legos. Is that okay? What about Titans? Are we allowed to submit Titans? That would count in the big mini category, yes. Yes, I mean... Wait, no, not a Titan. Titans aren't Space Marines. Titans aren't Space Marines. Yes, it does have to be a Space Marine. What if there's an orc that thinks he's a Radiant Sun? You can submit it if you, like, as a joke, but I would not expect to win. I would not expect to win with that entry, if I'm being honest. You could still submit. I'm not gonna squash that, but just, you know, keep that in mind. Okay, hang on one second. I'm clearing the desk off, getting things ready. One moment. And then I gotta move chat over too, as we're having a good time. Having a good time. Ba 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 ba. 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 One second. I'm moving chat over so I can see you guys better. Okay. What if there's a Tyrannid later? That Jean stole a bit of Gene Seed and wants to join the Radiant Suns. You can submit it, but it's not gonna win. It has to be Space Marine, like mainly Space Marine, okay? You will be disqualified if it is not primarily Space Marine. At least you'll be like disqualified from winning, if that makes sense. 1 second. I gotta pull up the instructions that we're gonna use. Okay, chat. I gotta change the stream title too. Oh shoot, I just changed it. 1 second, I gotta change the stream title. Layout. One moment. Sorry guys, it's a little bit of a transition when you're moving everything around. Okay. So I need to change the title. Warhammer Legos. There you go. We're just gonna keep it on Warhammer. That's fine. I think that's acceptable. No one's gonna be mad about that. There we go. Okay. Now, chat. Important question. We have a couple Primarchs to choose from today. We have... So we've already built Ferrus Manus, big guy. We have Fulgrim. He's built. We have Leman Russ. And I already had Sanguinius built. And myself, Aurelia, you're not canon. Yeah. Oh, no, you're saying I'm saying something's not canon. Yes. 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 I'll turn the redeems back on. I know you guys are itching to use the redeems. I know you guys are itching. Slap chop is okay, right? You can paint to whatever quality you feel like, brother. I'm not going to judge you. I mean, technically I will be judging you because it is a competition and we must have a winner. So yes, I will be judging you, but it's up to you. It's up to you. So the question, we have 3 Primarchs. We can build Gilliman, Conrad Kurz, or Horus. Which one would you guys like me to build? Oh, those are adorable. I know Wedge made these. If you would like to build them yourselves, there is a Lego command. There's a link. I'm going to be pinning it to the YouTube side. If you want to build them yourself, there's instructions on how to build them and how to, you know, order them. Dude, is this? Bro. My Twitch chat was not working there for a second. There we go. Poll. Mods, I require a poll, please. I'll do the poll on YouTube. Which Primarch? G-Man. Conrad. Horus. Start poll. Okay, there's gonna be maybe a poll. Do I have a mod on a poll on Twitch, or do I need to make a poll? I'm okay with that. I just need to, you know. I have them prepped in their bags. Is the Conrad lore accurate with the removable head? No, unfortunately not. Neither is the Ferrus Manus one. And yes, my plan is to have all of the brick heads watch them. The stream will have more and more of them. The stream will have more of them as we build more. Yeah, it looks like Horus is taking the lead. It's good because I finished sorting Horus today. So I'm annoyed because I was like, oh, I have Horus. Like, I have him partially sorted. I should finish him. I forgot I have Vulcan. He's almost done too, but I didn't finish him today. I know you guys probably would have picked Vulcan if I had him, so I'll sort him next. I'm halfway done. Question for your homebrew chapter. What do we use since we cannot have exactly the homebrew symbol on Space Marine 2? We were just talking about that earlier. I talked to, well, we're gonna see if there's someone who was able to make it work out. They were able to make it work. So we're gonna see if we can have like a little tutorial or a little like guide. Won't make sense. Thank you, Watcher, for the bit. Sorry, we can't do Vulcan. Sorry. I know, we will do. So currently, let's see. Looking at the poll, currently Horus is winning on YouTube, handedly. And Horus is also winning on Twitch. Oh, they're tied on Twitch. So G-Man really has to make a comeback if you guys really want me to build him. He's right here. He's right here. I have to see how many, 15 votes, so that means 8. Okay, we'll give it another like 30 seconds. But we're only gonna build one today because we don't have time to build more. I mean, we could, but I ate my dinner, but I'm hungry again. Which I've been getting back into my workouts because, oh my gosh. Watcher just said, YouTube, I'll go over there and gift subs if you all vote for Girly Man. Well, good luck with that. YouTube usually they're just chill guys and they don't respond unless they really feel like they want to. So good luck. Good luck. They do have like subscriptions, like members. That's what they're called. But, you know, YouTube does what they want to do. They don't care about your feelings. For the most part. Okay, it's been about 30 seconds. We're gonna end the poll on the YouTube side. So 11 for G-Man, 11 for Horus. I'm sorry, Horus is gonna win there. Let's see, there were 24 votes. Yeah, I don't think you guys are gonna. Wait, let me do math. No, because Horus still won out by 5%, so Horus it is. It is what it is. It is what it is, gentlemen. Let's see, Horus. Horus is a big one. He has 2 sets of instructions. He is a big boy, as they say. All right, let me check this. Did my mom text me? Hi, Mom. How are you, Mom? I'm busy, Mom. Like, hanging out in the evenings. People are like, what are you up to? What are you doing? I'm like, ah, nothing. Don't worry about it. I mean, my mom knows, so it's not a big deal. Show me the arch traitor. Guys, he's in pieces. Aren't we happy? Rejoice. I was there the day Horus slew the Emperor. Okay, I've got lots of black pieces. I was getting sick and tired of sorting through all the pieces. I ended up going through and I did the brick heads with the most black. So Horus, Korax, and Perturabo had some black pieces. And I sorted those because I was sick and tired of how many pieces I had. I was like, oh, ugh. So we made a dent. We made a dent. But Horus is gonna be a big boy. He's in pieces and you're gonna put him back together again. It's like Fabius Bile. It's only going to be, it's not even gonna be a good reflection of his former self. If we're really being honest here. We're making him so Abaddon can, like, chop his head off and kill him. So I don't think you should be that bent out of shape over it. Personally. Aurelia still said I can fix him. Look, I'm not into Horus. Okay. We'll do the gold pieces here. Look at these lovely piles. Look at these lovely brickheads. We're gonna put these 2 next to each other because they're friends, or they were friends. And then Liam and Russ can stand over here. There we go. I'm gonna slowly, like, there's gonna be less and less space for me to build on stream. Slide these out of the way. I don't need these pieces. There we go. Is the teal or black armor Horus? Yeah, so the teal is part of Horus. Oh, I need to get a picture up. Hang on. You're right. You're right. 1 second. I need to get a project picture up. Lego Primarchs. Oh, dang it. I moved it. This one. Lego Primarchs. Horus. Looper Cow. Looper Cow. We'll do this one. That one's gonna be better anyways. There you go, chat. There's the guy. So he does have teal in his armor. Horus is built like a 1x1 Lego piece. I love the videos where there'll be a chatter who will come into a stream and they'll say, you're built like this obscure Lego piece, and the streamer inevitably looks it up and it's the most insulting thing you've ever seen. It's so funny. It's so funny. I don't know what Lego piece I'm built like. I don't think there is one. Unless you guys want to be insulting. I issue a challenge. What Lego piece do I look like? Make it very funny. This. Okay. We'll leave these over here. Okay. These are the first pieces that we're using, so I'll leave those there. Yeah, I got a lot of black pieces. It's gonna be a lot, guys. It's gonna be a lot. All of them. I look like every Lego piece. I don't know. I don't know about that one, Chief. I don't know about that one, Chief. The Lego Basilisk from the early 2000s Lego Harry Potter set. You mean the one that has knives for teeth? That one's pretty cool. That one's pretty cool. I don't know, man. I think I actually own that one. I actually think I own that. I was very into Harry Potter Legos as a kid, and my parents went online and bought the old Lego sets. Welcome in, Raiders. I hope you had a good stream. Right now, we are building Lego Primarchs. My name's Aurelia. I'm a Warhammer VTuber. I got these little Lego brick heads. Here's an example. This one is Sanguinius. I got these commissioned, and we're sharing them with the community. So if you go to the pinned comment, you can build these yourself. They are completely free. You have to buy your own pieces. Lego piece ID 3070. I live for this moment. 3070. You're just making me... Are you saying I'm flat? Are you saying I'm flat? It's a tile piece. It's just a 1x1 tile piece. Are you saying I'm fat, brother? Not fat. Flat. 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 He's like, wait, I didn't call you fat. I mean, I hope you wouldn't think I'm fat. I've got kind of... I don't know. Get him, brothers! Alright. Sorry, I'm opening all my pieces out. Aurelia flat, heresy? No. No, it's not exactly heresy. Look, I'm not my friend Cha-Cha. I'm not. I am not. I don't have bodacious curves. I am not endowed. I am flatter than ball after the Tyranids attacked. Look here. I can say that I'm flat, but you can't do me dirty like that. You're not allowed to do me dirty like that. Mods, get him. Okay, we have another submission. 21332. I'm not gonna look up much more because I'm gonna... The globe. Why am I the globe? Why am I a globe? No, I'm sorry. I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. I'm not offended by it. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. Unneeded new lore. It has been shared before. You might not have been here when it got shared, but I've definitely like made a side comment about it. So, but guess what? You know, I don't have back pain. Lego piece. Okay, this is the last one I'm looking up. Nova, you're fine. Nova Roadstar, don't even worry. I'm not mad about it. I promise. I'm not mad about it. I'm totally messing around. I like playing into the bit. Oh my gosh. Okay, hang on one second. Okay, so someone did send in a "you look like this Lego piece" suggestion. This they added the caveat. This is you, but from an Eldar perspective. And yes, I am a Monka. You're very correct. You're very correct. Oh, Doctor, I think I know what you've done here. Yep, I am. And then the other one, Sanguinius sees me like this, according to Doctor. Drink. I'm tasty. I'm tasty. But just to make you feel better, don't you worry. I've already mentioned before that I am not an endowed VTuber, so, you know, you don't... Shoot. There we go. You're not hurting my feelings. I don't need big boobs. Maybe that's cope, but... It's probably cope. It's probably cope, but who cares? I can have as big of boobs as I want as a VTuber. Do I choose to make big boobs? No, I don't. Doesn't feel like me. You want to paint a Necron so bad? You should. Just do it. Do it. Do it, brother. So many pieces. This mini has so many pieces. Big boobs don't fit in armor. Well, I'm in the very unique position where my armor is custom made. So if I had big boobs, we could, you know, avoid that situation. Have I seen Necron Miku? Yeah, she's cute. She's very cute. Ooh wee oo. We love a good Miku. Also, you can dodge way better too. Well, if you're already wearing the armor, well, I guess you could say you have more surface area if you have bigger boobs. So technically, there's less of you to dodge in terms of volume and more. Okay. But your armor weighs an extra 30 pounds? Like, well, I mean, how big of boobs are we talking? Like, is it really an extra 30 pounds or is it more like an extra, like, 5 or 10? Also, 40k female armor sucks. I mean, yes, it technically, like... What do you mean it sucks? Stop the boob armor? Well, I really liked Crackduck's video on the comment regarding, like, the boob armor. I personally don't prefer boob armor. What I really don't like is the, like... I really don't prefer the bikini armor. That, I think, is the more egregious one, but I'm not going to go to war over that. I don't really care that much. But what Crackduck said, like, I'm abbreviating. I'm paraphrase what he said. Essentially, there's a ton of stuff in Warhammer that can kill you so fast. If you make the argument that, oh, well... the armor is weaker at the spot where the boob meets the regular plate. That doesn't much matter because most things like that will matter, like a power sword, it's gonna get you anyway. It doesn't matter if there's a weak spot in the armor. It's just gonna happen. There's no getting around it, really. And as for smaller like things like a regular sword, it's not going to penetrate. The armor is built so well, you're not going to have a problem with it anyway if you're dealing with a Poxburster or, Poxwalker. Something like that. It's not going to be as big of a deal. Boob armor forces melee strikes into your heart chest area. Yeah, I would argue that for, like, regular stuff, but most things in Warhammer will just one-shot you. That's what he said, and I kind of like that argument. And honestly, the boob armor is, I think, mainly to inspire and to boost morale. So, I don't know, would you fight harder if you saw a chick who was, like, kinda hot and had boob armor? Yeah, you gotta make sure people know that they aren't men at arms. They're ladies. They got curves. Not me, though. I'm built more like an athlete. Let's just put it that way. My morale is boosted. Obviously. Yes, doctor, we know you like boobs. We know. We know. We've seen your wife. Okay. Getting these feet. Oh, wait. That and this and this. Why are you blushing? Say it with your chest. Okay. Hello, welcome in, Canadian land. Good to see you. Alright, we need these two. Also doesn't matter because people wore all kinds of stupid stuff. Oh yeah, that was also one of the arguments Crackduck made about like cod pieces. Yeah, I mean, it's never like, I don't prefer the bikini armor. Obviously game devs are gonna do it because it's fun and cute and people will play the video games as their bikini clad woman and like whatever, man. Like, that's not my preference, but I mean, what am I gonna do about it? I'm certainly not gonna make a hissy fit over it because it's not that big a deal. But thank you, Dargan, for the super chat. Yeah, I mean, I personally don't prefer like material or like so outfits or clothing that accentuates genitalia. Let's put it that way. That's a personal preference. It is a personal preference of mine, chat. So, you know, don't get it twisted or anything. It's just, that's how I feel about it. I like to be a modest girly, but I do not expect everybody to be. It's a matter of personal preference. No, we don't need a sanguineous in armor that accentuates that. We don't. We don't. That's like what? That's, you're only gonna like it because like the only person that's gonna like it is like a couple people, not even me, if that's like your goal. Get in there. Yeah. I once had a whole Poxwalker unit die instantly when I played against my brother, except the last one kept on succeeding. Feel no pain rolls. Dude, I'd be so pissed. I'd be so mad too if I was him. I'd be mad. I'd be so mad. Oh, I broke his leg. My leg. My leg. Hang on. 1 second. There we go. Sorry, that piece was just not doing what I wanted it to. There we go. Oh, am I gonna have to pull? I do have one here, so cool. I don't have to worry about that. Okay. Nope, too long. It's this one. It's this piece. I keep breaking the legs. Once we get that other piece on, it'll be fine. Actually, maybe I'll just do that now. We'll do that now. There. Perfect. Snake Fulgrim forever? No. That's heresy, chat. Chat, that's heresy. You don't want to be a heretic, do you? Hmm? I love playing Chaos because it feels like gambling. You have to see if your Dark Pact successfully works or else you need to take Battle Shock. Oh gosh. You have fun with that? That does not sound enjoyable. You like that? Wait a second. Hold on. Oh, I forgot this piece. Yeah. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. There we go. Oh, here it is. Let's go gambling. There we go. Fixed it. We're about to give this guy a little hand. I will say, I greatly appreciate the time and skill it takes to design all these pieces. Do I need to go one more? No, I thought I... Hang on. I just want my Primarch back. I mean, that's one that's more likely to come back, I won't lie. Okay, I might have done this wrong. Okay, so we put those two pieces down. Oh, there's two of them in there. I see, I see. Okay, well, we can fix that. That's not a problem. Easily fixed. Thank you, Watcher, for the bits. Oh my gosh. I don't want to play against Poxwalkers. It does not sound like a good time. I won't lie. I'll be mad. I think I might have played against him once. I think Froggy, my friend Froggy, I was playing against her. I think she had them. But I can't completely remember. I don't completely remember. Okay. Now we do this. Got it. There we go. Yeah, she had Death Guard, but I can't remember if she had Poxwalkers. I think she did. For some reason. My nail has a chip in it now. You can't see it. From pulling apart the Legos. Ah! Okay. I'm amazed you don't need a brick separator for this. Well, I don't have too many things that I've had to pull apart yet. And I have pretty decent nails. Even though it chipped my nail a little bit. Nothing a file can't buff out, but, you know, I don't prefer that. I am skilled at the Lego in the sense that I just, I've done this quite a bit, and I have pretty solid nails that allow me to, oh my gosh, fix some of my mistakes. Okay. This guy is complicated. Why'd you have to go and make things so complicated? I see the way you're acting like you're somebody else. Gets me frustrated. I think that's as much as I can sing. Blame GW? What am I blaming GW for? Welcome in, Michael. I think that's how you say your name. Welcome in. Making his design overly complicated. I mean, he is the War Master. He's gotta have drip. I mean, if he doesn't, what kind of War Master is he? How is he supposed to inspire the people? Like, how? He's gotta be inspirational. Ah! He dead. Yeah, he dead! Okay. No, not this one. It's a shorter one. There we go. Another VTuber once said, and I'm paraphrasing, I can't dress sexy in real life, so I like to dress sexy in the video game. I don't know, for me, I still like to be modest in the video games. That's just me. That's just me though, personal preference. When in doubt, always blame GW. You're right. You can't really be part of the Warhammer hobby if you don't blame GW for things. That's part of being a Warhammer fan, is hating on GW. That's just part of it. It's how it is. I don't make the rules. That's just what inevitably happens. I'm trying to get into Warhammer. Oh yeah, you enjoying it so far? Or you've started with books? What have you been looking at? Or you want to be tabletop player? You painting for fun? You don't even have to play tabletop. What are you getting into? Like what specifically? I know for me, I started with the books and the lore. And from there, I fell down the rabbit hole. I fell down the rabbit hole from which there is no escape, but I'm okay with that. It's great. It's fun. It's a good time. Started slowly painting minis. Now I love painting minis. Sometimes it's a hassle. I've painted a couple figures. Nice. What have you painted? Anything cool? You also don't have to answer any of my questions. They could be too personal for you, but I'm always curious what the new people start off with, what they find fun first. Let's see here. Did anyone else start when Dawn of War came out? Yeah, I know a lot of people really like Dawn of War because it was the first like RTS they played. One of their first video games. They loved it. Understandably so. It's a pretty cool game. It's pretty awesome. I'm gonna play Dawn of War 4 when it comes out, and I hope it's good as well. I really hope so. There we go. I went down the rabbit hole. Was concerned at first, then I decided I liked it here and I haven't left since. That's how it is. That's kind of what happened for me. Oh, do I need another one of these? I think so. I don't see it amongst my stuff. I need to grab another one. Just straighten out. There we go. Okay, 1 second. Oh, perfect. I see them right here. I need another 2x1. I try to grab most of the bricks, but sometimes it doesn't happen. My science teacher helped me get into Warhammer. Last year we started a club and it made it into the school yearbook. That's awesome. That's pretty cool. I didn't get into Warhammer until recently. I don't know if I would have gone to a Warhammer club though. Not sure about that one. I've only started getting into Warhammer like 4 months ago. I don't know much about it. Well, you don't have to know. You can like whatever you want to about the hobby. You don't have to do everything. Don't even have to know everything. Sorry. It's hard for even someone who's super into Warhammer to know everything. There's a lot going on in the 42nd millennium. It's funny, I avoided Warhammer for like a decade because I knew once it got me, it wouldn't let me go. How's it going for you, brother? Should you have, do you think you should have gotten into it sooner? Oh, I need more. How did I mess that up and not get any of those? Alright, well, I'm just gonna keep this baggie out just in case. Do you think you should have joined sooner, or are you happy you waited for as long as you did? Oh shoot, wrong bag. Where'd it go? Oh wait. Forgive me. Where? I was tweaking. I was tweaking. I'll just keep this open over here. I'm gonna need more of these, most likely. Okay. There we go. Little of both. I have money now, so I can buy all the games. Missed out on a bunch as it came, though. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair, but hey, I think it's probably better that you saved your money in the long run. That, I think, saving your money is a good thing. It's a good thing. You don't need everything as it comes out. That's my opinion, at least. All right. I refresh the stream and the redeems say unavailable. They should be on. Yeah, Legos! We're building Horus today. Horus Lupercal, the War Master. The guy, the man, the myth, and the legend. Was gonna turn you into a cat, but it won't work. Well, that one doesn't work. That one shouldn't be an option, actually, at all. That one is definitely not available. Yeah, there shouldn't be a feel in it, Aurelia. I don't know why it's up there. I'm gonna have to take a look at that when I have time. Boop. The toad works? Yeah, okay. I was like, the redeem should still work. Not a star. Thank you so much for the Prime sub. Well, no, for becoming a tier 1 sub. Thank you. I appreciate it. That's even cooler. You decided to sub without the Prime. Guys, use your Prime subs. Prime subs, you get them for free. So, you know, you should use them if you have the opportunity. They're free. There we go. Okay. Got this. His face is coming together, chat. And I think I'm almost... Oh no, I still have a couple more pages in this book. Okay. I think the eyes are over here somewhere. Yes, there's one. Where's the other one? Here it is. Zero and Zephyr, thank you so much for subscribing. Welcome in. And Devastrain, thank you for subscribing with the Prime as well. Thank you guys for using the Prime subs. I appreciate it. Thank you. Usually people forget about them because they don't get advertised because they don't want to... I figured that was you, Zephyr. I was just like, do you have 2 accounts? Wait. That was nice of you to subscribe. You have so many VTubers that support you in your merch. Like, and your store. I am touched that you chose me to subscribe to. Thanks, I appreciate it. That was like my first thought. I saw Zephyr and I was like, that's... I mean, I guess it's not like it's not necessarily common, but you never know. Aurelia is my favorite. What can I say? You're welcome. Guys, go support Zephyr Arcade. He likes me a lot because you guys get good deals on miniatures if you use code Aurelia. You get 10% off your miniatures if you're in the United States. They're really nice people, and they'll send you Aurelia stickers as well. So, they're really nice. I need to get back with you about the thing you messaged me about. I just don't know how late your store is. Time zones make it interesting, so we'll have to find a time to do... What about Saturday? I'll message you. Saturday actually might be a good day to do that thing, if you're available for that. We have secrets, chat. You can't know the secrets, or maybe you can. I don't know. I don't want to spoil secrets that are not mine to keep. Ah, okay, Saturday is rough. Okay, well, I'll message you. Probably not the best time to talk about it right now, but... I'm just usually busy during the days. The Emperor has me working. Emperor has me working. Alright. Look at him! Isn't he cute? Oh no, I did a heresy. I called the War Master cute. I know, hopefully Custodes Dreadnought soon. I know. And the Telemon. I want the Telemon so badly. Share the secrets. Secrets are for everyone. I mean, they're not my secrets. They're John Zephyr's secrets, so I don't know if I'm supposed to share them. Secrets are kept by the Dark Angels. Well, I will say, the Lion is my second favorite Primarch, because I find that he and I are very similar. And you could say one of those reasons is because of secrets. Don't listen to her. The Emperor doesn't make her work. She just stands there eating Taco Bell and Code Red while standing at the door. Dude, that would be the life. That would be the life now, wouldn't it? I am a little sad, though. The place near me where I get my Code Red is out of Code Red. I could go to the grocery store and get it. But the other place is so convenient because it was so close. Amazon? Oh my god, that's expensive though. Amazoning things are... It's like food and stuff is expensive. I've not tried their Hello... Is it Hello Fresh? It's like Amazon whatever. I don't know. I've not tried it, but... I know getting like food in general is like expensive. Oh, that's the same piece. Here we go. Boom! Look at that big boy pauldron. That boy is chunky. That boy is chunky. All right. I got all my trail mix from Amazon cheaper than Costco. Really? I'm not a trail mix person, but I'm surprised by that. Usually Costco is the place to go if you want things in bulk, and trail mix keeps forever. So that is surprising to me. Warhammer minis on Amazon are $10 less than the official Warhammer website. Well, if you go out to Zephyr Arcade, you get a pretty good discount too if you use code Aurelia, because you get a 10% off your order, but already 15% off for their markdowns on minis. So in some cases, that's more than $10. I also really like them, and when you guys... I'll level with you. Oh, I put the wrong piece on. Whenever you guys buy minis with my code. Oh yeah, there you go. It has a reward system where if you spend 250 bucks, you get $5 back. Good deal. Also, I will level. The more minis you guys get using my code, the more minis he sends me. So I am also highly motivated to encourage you guys to use them. But they are actually genuinely nice people. They're really cool. I guess I didn't pull those out. That's fine. Horus! Yeah, I think I probably get the best deal out of all the VTubers you work with. I won't lie. The things I've asked for on, like, I'm like, can I have this? Can I do a kit bash? Yeah, I need 2 sets for this kit bash. He said yes. Couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it, chat. Oh, we're working on his claw, guys. Oh boy. He's got a claw. Oh, let me snap that. Okay, we're gonna snap this in first. Maybe do what the instructions say. There we go. My Death Company Marines would hate this. Horus! They're like clawing at the screen. Ow. Let them know you desire the code red. I've done similar to a store close and they stock my soda. Ooh. Really? You must be there all the time. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. You're a regular. I'm a regular at my Taco Bell. I just walk up now. I earned that, let's see, it was sometime last year, I think, where I walked in one day and they said, oh, order for Aurelia? And I was like, yes, that's me. And they know me now. And no, I don't order my Taco Bell under my VTuber alias. I don't do that. That's quite silly. I just want to make that clear before any of you guys started asking questions. How much soda do I buy? Actually not that much. Not a lot. I try to be good about my caffeine consumption. Wait, why am I waiting? Why must I wait? Why are you keeping me waiting? See, I need... Oh, that piece. Where is it? She has a Baja Mountain Dew found in her Imperial quarters. Yeah, right? It's like on tap. I wake up in the morning and I just... Your name isn't... No. My name actually is Aurelia Tempris, but I order through another name. See, like, why, like... Yeah. It's so I don't scare anyone. They... You know? Okay, there we go. Look at his little claws. Look at that. That's so cute. Look at that. That's so cute. Aurelia's never scared us. Well, that's different. You guys, like, I'm not pretending. It's like, you know, the regular people. I'm not trying to scare the serfs that work at the Taco Bell. I don't want them to, like, you know, I don't want all this pomp and circumstance when I go to the nearby Taco Bell, because they're gonna, like, roll out the red carpet for me and they're gonna be like, oh my gosh, like, can we get you anything? I'm just going there for a quiet, quick, get a Baja Blast, get out. I'm not there to be... Golly. He's kind of hard to keep in place because he's very... He's not even here. It's hard to set him down. You know, I don't need them to roll out the red carpet. I just want them to give me the Baja Blast so I can go. That's, you know, that's what I want. So, can you blame me for that? Can you blame me for that? Introvert at heart. Do I often have to fend off the ruinous forces? It depends. It depends on how far I'm going. Depends. Depends on the day. No, I do go to the Taco Bell. I like to pick up the Taco Bell myself. It gets me out and about. It gets me out and about. I like to see the people. Okay. What other Legos are there? We have a Lehman Russ, we have Aurelia, we have Sanguinis, we have Fulgrim, we have Ferrus Manus, we have all the Primarchs. We also have a Warp Spider, and we have a build your own guardsman, so you can change the skin tone, the hair color. We have a variety of weapons. But these are all free. I personally commissioned these by Wedge here. He's chilling out here in the chat. But you know, I wanted to offer them for free for everyone because so many people who like Warhammer also like Legos. So okay, that just sits there? That makes me nervous, but okay. Oh yes, Snake Grim 2, yes. Yeah, okay. Now, we have this. And where's this? There. That stays there. This goes like this. I have a bad habit of buying Legos and not building them. Oh, that's not me. I can't do that. I love building Legos. Love it. So much fun. It's a bit of a, I was not having a good time. I'm taking his legs off. Oh, well, no, I need his legs on now because the power claw's there. Dang it. It was frustrating because I ordered all these Legos, but I had to properly sort them in order to make it, you know, somewhat feasible to stream. Because if I had to dig through the bag while streaming, oh gosh. It was not going to be fun for anyone, least of all me. So it was a bit it was a bit torturous having to sort it all, but knowing I couldn't build until stream, which is why we're building today. Because I've been wanting to build these, even though I built some last week. Great, now I have the hiccups. Horus is a big boy. He has lots of steps. He has a lot of steps, chat. I love buying Warhammer and Gundam and not building them. It is nice to have them. To have sets and things on hand. But I feel bad not painting them. I gotta work on some of my stuff. My pile of shame, it's just, we gotta work on it. There we go. Boom. Other Pauldron. He's built like a football player. Okay. Here we are. He's built like a brick, not like a triangle. This is true. This is true. Okay. Oh, we have hit the end of the first page of the first set of instructions. Okay. We're going to be working on his cloak next. I wish I had more time to actually build and paint. Yeah, right? That was a singular page? No, there's 2 PDFs. No, there's 2 PDFs. I misspoke. I like how distinct the Primarchs are from each other. Yeah, I mean, I will say, GW, solid design choice in how they decided to design their Primarchs, but also Wedge did a fantastic job of making it really easy to tell which Primarch is which. He's very skilled in the design aspect. I'm impressed. Like, I wish I could do this. I don't believe in the gray pile of shame is because I print my minis, which itself takes work. Well, I mean, yeah, that's true. Do you paint all the minis you print? That's my follow-up question here. Oh wait, that's wrong. Like this. Because if you just print them and you don't paint them, like, But I get the feeling you probably do. No, I didn't paint all of them, but I'm not ashamed of the ones I didn't paint. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I accept. I accept. Doctor, by the way, for the mini painting competition, it doesn't have to be an official GW mini. It can be something you printed yourself. And there's 3D printed Radiant Suns bits for free. I can send you the links. Because you can get cool pauldrons and stuff if you know. If you did that. Well, it does, yes. It's not an official. You don't have to make them official. I can send you the links. I mean, I don't have good links for Space Marines on their own, but you have plenty of options to find stuff online. The links are on the Discord? Yes, yes. They're in the mini painting, like, the mini competition channel. Excellent, excellent. We may have convinced him, chat. We may have convinced him. I'm not going to say we did because I feel like Doctor might not, just to spite me. But I don't know. We'll see. You're welcome. I'm glad I could provide more information and convince you to have an artistic endeavor for the next 6 weeks. Okay. I wish GW would take the Trench Crusade route and sell the STLs. Yeah, but we all know why they won't do that. We all know why. Oh, do I need another one of these? Aw, man. I thought I got them all. Not unless it fell off the table. Nope, I'm missing a piece. Oh wait, no. I did do that already. We're good. We're good, we're good. The Warhammer people are like, behold my stuff. It shows 3 different piles, one fully painted, one work in progress. What's the third pile? And the gray pile of shame. Oh yeah, there you go. There you go. Yep. I was like, what's the third one? You got Trench Crusade minis for your brother for his birthday. Is hilarious. I haven't looked at the Trench Crusade minis in a hot minute. I know a lot of my community likes it. I've just never looked into Trench Crusade. Probably wouldn't hurt. Maybe I should do a stream looking at Trench Crusade minis. Something to that effect. Man, the War Master really... Really? Do you want them? I'll send you some. I'm struggling to get rid of them. Oh my gosh, bro. I don't even... do you know how big my Great Pile of Shame is? Oh my gosh. Like, I need to paint my Custodes. I'm tempted to, like, have a little bit of a marathon. Like... to like get rid of all my Custodes because I want to get the new Custodes box that's coming out with the Telemon. Okay. I don't have a pile of shame, I have boxes of shame. I'm sorry, brother. That's unfortunate. But you did it to yourself. You have no one to blame but yourself. Okay. Chat, save me. Chat, save me. I don't need more minis right now. I already have so many things in the pipeline. I think I need to do a painting marathon or something. Attach. There we go. Wait. Wait. Hang on, it's not. There we go. Snappy snap. Wait. Go. Push. There we go. Now he's a sturdy fellow. Like, he's a little... He got chunk. Subathon time, but it's grayathon instead. Oh, that could be good. That could be good. Every sub, it's like I spend longer painting my minis. I don't hate that idea. I need to find time to do it. Because I like to have a life outside of streaming. And doing a subathon... I dare you do a subathon where you paint models. Look, I'm considering it. But, like, it scares me because I like to have a life outside of streaming. And I'm scared about how crazy it would get. Would you care if it got broken up, like, between days? So, like, you know, if we hit a limit for one day, like, let's say I capped a day at, like, 6 hours, would you guys, like, be okay if, like, would you guys be okay with that? The non-stop subathons are things of the past. I mean, you know, and sometimes some people do those still. Sure, you guys wouldn't mind? Okay. 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 Well, that makes it a little easier. Because I'd probably cap it at 4 or 5 hours a day. Well, at least on a weekend. I can't... Weekdays are harder because I do have to work for the Emperor. So... Where is... I need one more of those. Where? This, I have this, I have this. I need one more that's shaped like this, but I'm not seeing it in my stack. Oh, it's hiding. It was hiding. There, we're good. We got it. Split it up, it's fine. Gives me more time to make more money, buy more subs. Oh no. Oh no. We just... Okay, when do we... Okay, so when do we do the paint-a-thon? If that's something, you know... When does the paint-a-thon occur? Do we do that this year? I gotta figure out what the rewards are. October? Possibly do October. Oh, okay, okay. Well, like, okay, question. So... New model... possibly coming out either late November or early December. Would you prefer it be done with the new model? Yeah, not new model, sorry. New outfit, sorry. I'm used to saying new model previously. New outfit. No. This model is here to stay. New outfit. No, I love this model. No, I'm never getting rid of this one. You know how much money I spent on this? For the art and the rigging alone? No, she's staying. Yeah, same base, same face. Yeah, there's no... Gosh, yeah, I misspoke. Sorry. Sorry. Gotta have a speed paint round as a goal. Oh gosh. Oh no. Oh no. I'm in danger. I vote for sooner rather than later. We'll have to see. I'm hoping this weekend they announce when the Telemon is gonna go on pre-order. Maybe we'll do it when I get the Telemon. That'd be, you know, be quite the motivating factor. Like that, I see. Okay. I'll have to consult my schedules and stuff to make sure it doesn't line up with anything impactful at my job. Because that would suck if I came into work super tired. They're like, Aurelia, what have you been doing? We have important projects and things we need your input on. I'm like, oh, sorry, I was up late doing nothing. Don't worry about it. Like this, I think. Yes. There we go. We got the wolf head. Yeah, that's the only thing that's like that hasn't gone on pre-order. I'm waiting. I've been waiting. Oh shoot. Okay. Sorry. Eh. Dude, what the heck? Come on, there we go. Did I put it on the wrong side? I think I did. It doesn't want to go up now. Hang on. Okay, I see. I need it to go on this side. Wedge, I don't know. I'm looking at your instructions, Wedge. It looks like this, the black 1x1 goes on... You have it in the instructions here, but it doesn't fit if it goes here. But here, I think it fits. 1 second. Let me... It's a little angry about it, but hang on. There, it actually fits that way. The other way, it wasn't going down all the way. If you need to make an adjustment... Yeah, it wasn't going down. It was too tall otherwise, so you might need to fix that. Step 110. If that helps. Sorry, this is... We get the feedback as I build. Yeah, it should be on the other side, but... No, not a big deal, obviously. Just an observation. This. He's got a lot of complicated bits and bobs. But we're almost done. Look at this, chat. Like, not as many... We are almost done here. I'm gonna lay him down. Your shorts are hilarious. Oh, a chapter, you writing a Warhammer fanfiction? No, no, no. My chapter, we were reading the lore that my community wrote for my homebrew chapter, The Radiant Suns. It was pretty cool. You know, if you ask me, it's very impressive. They did a great job. So we were reading it earlier, but I was reading the second half since I read a ton of it the other day. So we were finishing it up. Oh my gosh, I'm going to... There we go. Okay. There we go. This, that, like this. There we go. Wedge, you're so creative with these designs. It's impressive. I don't know how you come up with half this stuff. Wait a second. Oh, I see. Wait. Oh, shoot. Oh, no. I jacked that up. So this... Oh. Oh, no. Should all be back one. Oops. 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 Okay. Let's... I think it goes back one. Wedge, you might have been right about that piece. Hang on. Wedge, I did it wrong. You were right. Don't worry. You didn't mess up the instructions. I did. I suck. I messed it up. But don't worry. We fixed it. We fixed it. It's not a problem anymore. 1, 2, 3. Like this. There we go. Wedge, it's all good. You don't have to fix it. I messed it up.
No.
All good. No. Rule follower not following rules. What you got? Look, it was an accident. I'm not doing it on purpose, man. Look, and look how quickly I fixed it. It wasn't really a problem. I had to step away for a second. Where are the Radiant Suns? Oh, well, we finished reading the primer. So, if you want more, go join the Discord if you want to read the primer for yourself. We're having a mini painting competition and a short story competition. So it should be a lot of fun if you enjoyed the lore and enjoyed me reading it. Even if you didn't, hope you had a good time. Let's see. What are the Radiant Suns? They are my Homebrew Space Marine chapter. They are successor chapter of the Blood Angels. The primer that my community wrote, you can find it in the Discord server. Oh, that's right. I only had a couple of these studs. I only had 3 of these studs. It looks like it's the top, so I might be able to get away with not using that stud. We will see. I will have to find a replacement because I only got a couple of those studs and I couldn't find any others. But I think that's one of the pieces I have to order. Oh, did I not grab that piece? No, it's light gray. It should be over. Huh? Oh no. Wait, you can make a custom Primarch? Well, Wedge made them. Wedge made the Primarchs. I did not design these. I'm gonna need to get a stud to replace that. And I have to go find a gray piece. 1 second. Oh, it's in this bag. Hang on. Ugh. Yeah, if you want to build a Primarchs, use the, there is a handy dandy little, link that's pinned if you want to build these yourself. It has instructions on how to order all these pieces and, the files. It has everything you need. I did not grab this piece. Aurelia shackled poor Wedge to the door and made him make all the Primarchs out of Lego. No, I didn't. I pulled him He did not have to, but I think it would be really cool. Have a good night, Savage Shark. I did not tie him up. He did it of his own volition. Please tell him you did it of your own volition, please. Then where do those shackles by the table come from? What do you mean, what shackles? There are no shackles. You're crazy. What are you talking about? He said he had fun. At least he told me he had fun. He could have lied, but I choose to believe him when he said he had fun. The idea was on the back burner ever since I made Sanguinius to do the rest. Happened to work out while I was on a bit of a staycation and was looking to spend some time building, so it worked out well. Thank you. Thank you. That does make me feel better. I didn't know that bit. I just asked, and he was like, sure. And I was like, well, you sure, dude? So he tied himself up to your table. No, I didn't. No. He doesn't know where I live. He doesn't know where I live. Okay. Let's see. Is it like this? Yes, like that. Dang, he's thick, boys. Wow, you have it narrowed down to the Pacific time zone? Wow. Whoa, that's almost like the times I stream in. What? Wow. Okay, got this guy here. This guy here. He sure looks like a traitor. I mean, yeah, this guy is a traitor. This guy. He's a bad dude. He killed my husband, but here we are, building him. Don't ask me why. Just better if you don't think about it. See, I'm building him so I can smash him on the floor. Yeah, John, that's a great point. Why are you trying to dox an Imperial Custodes? That sounds like a great recipe to, you know, get sent to the Shadow Realm. Get absolutely bonked. Oh, that's what this bit is for. Oh, that's... Oh, that... See, chat? There's a little hook here, and you just... Boop. Yep. Dude, that's cool. That's pretty neat. Okay, we have a stand over here. I built the stands in advance. I think the Horus stand needs an update, Wedge. I think that's one you didn't have. Oh, no, it is updated. Never mind. I'm a liar. Don't listen to me. Weapon time. Oh, I did have these. Okay, then. Whatever. Okay. Okay. Should have just been Fulgrim Magnus. Yeah, see, I said it. I was like, oh, where it... I thought the base was done, but the next page showed that it had the extra tiles, so you're fine. You're good. All good. I spoke too soon. Okay. Oh, come on. Oh, I am missing a gold piece. Better grab that. Oh, no, it's over here. It's hiding. Hiding from me. Like a heretic. That's pretty straight. Boom. Right. Give him his mace. Why do I have these? I must have skipped that step. Let's go back. I must have... Oh, there it is. Okay, I was like, where? Huh? Why? Okay. We'll attach them like this first. Wait. Yeah, I'm gonna say attach these first before I put everything together. You gotta build the cloak first before you pop these on, but definitely skip that step. Okay. Gonna pop this back in. Oh no. I'm on the struggle bus here. There we go. See, now I have a slight concern because I have a couple extra pieces. These I grabbed from here. And now I'm like, did I miss something? Because this is a... Okay, I only needed 2 of those. I actually don't know where the first one went. No, those are the leg pieces, so I don't need that. That's good. The black of these, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so those are extras. That's good. That's good. And then yeah. You know, it's probably fine. There you guys go. There's Horus. The only unexpected stud should be for the mace. Maybe I missed it. Hang on. Oh, exposed stud for be sure. It's yeah, it's the flat tile, which, you know, it's fine. I probably grabbed more than I needed when you're doing so many of these. Oh wait, or is it part of that? No, I did put that on. Nope. Look, it's good. Now kill him. All right, chat. Now it's time for me to smash him. All right. Brother, give up your ways. No. Wait. Hang on. Brother, give up your ways. Why would you become a traitor? Why would you betray me? Because I hate you and you're so perfect and Dad loves you more than me. He would have picked you and I think that's cringe. Ah! Bonk, bonk, bonk. And then he picks him up and he's like, any last words? But Sanguinius doesn't say any. Because he's already dying from the blood in his lungs. Whoa. The spine cracks. And then creepy crawly forces go and pin up the body on a wall. The new live action series is pretty low budget. I mean, yeah, it's just me. It's completely crowdfunded. No, I actually played all that. Masterful reenactment, then they kissed. Mods ban that guy. There's none of that in my chats because they're siblings. No, I was kidding. I was actually kidding. I'm so sorry. No, I was kidding. I was just saying. Oh my gosh. I was just saying that, like, they're siblings. They should not kiss. That's gross and, oh my gosh. Okay, you have to say you're sorry. You have to say you're sorry, Westman. Westman, say you're sorry. Say you're sorry. Oh my gosh. That was so fast. Okay, thank you, Westman. Thank you. I'm sorry about that, actually. I was not, The deed was done as you commanded. Why are you mad? Because most of the time when I say to ban someone, I'm kidding because they make fun of my ears. I'm mostly kidding. No, I'm actually kidding. Not even mostly. I am kidding when I say that. So the fact that it was, like, so fast was like, wow. Westman, you're fine. It was actually just, you know, I was just messing around. I was kidding. It was more for the joke. I didn't mean the incest part. Yeah, I know the joke was like, and they kissed. Don't, Westman, you're not actually in trouble. You're fine. I was just making a comment that I think incest is cringe. So, that was mainly what I was getting at. You're good, though. Anyways. Chat, I should go. I've got, rest to get. She won't ban you. Everybody insult her ears. She can't ban all of us. That's what you think. There are chat logs. It's really easy for me to go through. Anyways. Lego Primarchs. If you want to build your own, go to the pinned message and enjoy your Primarch boys in Lego form. Now, as attacks. Where's his sword? It's over there. Okay. We're gonna have Sanguinius hold Aurelia's hand to bring down the mood. Everybody be calm. Anyways, chat. I'm gonna leave you with one final thing. One final thing. Don't skip leg day. I will see you on Friday. We have minis to paint with Zephyr Arcade. John Zephyr. Now. Yes, John Zephyr. John Zephyr. Did I see the new artwork in Aurelia art? No, I did not. Let me look. I will look because you asked nicely. Oh, that's so cute. Oh my goodness. Hang on. Let me show it on the stream. Oh wait, hang on. It's a web file. It's a web file. I can't download it and show it on stream. It's a web file. Okay, guys, you're gonna have to go to the Aurelia art channel on the Discord. It's very cute. I can't put it on stream because it's a dumb web file. Anyways. Guys. I'm gonna leave you with some very lewd content at the end of my stream. Alright. Oh, Sanguinius. Oh, Sanguinius. I love you so much.